Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break with Sip and Jake. Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
And Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
This is Early Break with Sip and Jake. Sponsored by Gaina Trucking.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch in studio on Early Break. Lots to get to today. You can always call or text 402-464-5685. Watch and comment on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. The show, of course, is sponsored by Gaina Trucking. Gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to, I guess, what used to be a big deal, signing day, National Signing Day, which is now more in December. They still some stuff happens today, but it's not the hoopla it used to be.
No, you missed the hoopla. The hoopla back in the day was outstanding. On this day, right now, there'd be nervousness, excitement, a lot of drama going on. Usually a big breakfast would be at the stadium. Oh
Really?
Yeah, because everyone was you're usually in the office by early 5:30 because things if you're on the East Coast because fax them at 7, so they're coming in at 6 and
fax machine,
yeah, old school fax machine was great. And then there would be everything would get in. There wouldn't be the head coach have a couple press conferences that day, so there wasn't a ton going on in the office with some follow up stuff. And there'd always be a huge event that night. There'd be one. We used to go to one in Omaha. There'd be 1,500 people at it. Yeah. Just crazy. Cocktail hour. People going on. So you had to walk around, talk to everybody. You got up and you spoke. And then in general, like I said, like that. Usually, like after that night, you were usually off for a couple of days as an assistant coach. You get like Thursday, Friday off. So that was a big thing. So you've been pushing and on the road and grinding.
Oh, great! Yeah, he was grinding.
Yeah. Sipple will bring it up. But it was a big day. It was a fun day. It was all on one deal. There'd always be a few storylines that came down and all kinds of different stuff that went on. So
It was. It is.
Is it Sarcastic Wednesday? Is that what we have? Is that what we're doing for the? I just want to make sure I'm up to speed, so I know because I can get on board real fast. I can jump into this real fast, but that's what we're going to go to. Yeah.
I was getting overwhelmed just listening to it.
Yeah.
Oh. I assign my personal growth to those days.
Yeah.
I do. My personal happiness
is
wherever Nebraska's ranked. That's how happy I am
There you
for
go.
that year in the recruiting rank.
Yes.
There was way more fun things on the recruiting rank. It was never something that was never a huge deal. It's like,
It's Sarcastic Wednesday.
I know. Everything that he says, we don't know if he's real or not.
That's okay.
Sarcastic.
Buckle up,
Wednesday.
kids.
It's gonna
Buckle
get
up,
choppy
kids.
2
All right.
hours.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah.
All right, now
You
we're
broke
gonna
the bear.
What are the type of things we're going to talk about today?
Well, of course, we'll talk about the big news of yesterday. Sean Payton is now the head coach of the Broncos. There's also another coach hired in the NFL. I'll tell you that in a second. And I want to ask what's more important to an operation working properly, a great quarterback or a great coach?
Love that question.
College, NFL, high school, I don't care what level. We'll talk about that. And Sean Callahan, next segment.
What about you? Did you forget that there was a Nebraska basketball game?
There, I didn't forget. We'll get to that eventually. I'm not going to start the show off with it. Nebraska lost last night by 16 points to Illinois, 72. Is that right? Yeah, 72-56. It was tight for a while.
Nebraska tried to pull off a miracle last night. And
They actually led.
I kind of admire them for the approach they took. Sarcastic Wednesday. They tried to turn the ball over on 27% of their possessions against a Big Ten team on the road and actually win the game.
Well, they actually had a chance for a while. They looked pretty good.
No, it'd been a miracle.
Despite the turnovers, yeah.
It'd be a miracle.
It was awful.
They tried to pull off a miracle.
19 turnovers.
27% of their possessions ended in a turnover. And I could tell Fred's beyond pissed at this point. That's 3 straight games where they just been rocked by turnovers.
Yeah, Derek Walker had 6 himself.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
He's 21 in the last 3 games.
He wasn't right. Last night, something didn't look right with Derek Walker. Just like, I don't know if his level of interest. I'm not trying to speak something for him, but he didn't look like the Derek Walker we have seen earlier in the season.
We'll get back to that. We're going to get into this Sean Payton thing with a question that you guys maybe could answer. I don't know. It's now Bill. Okay, no, I'm not going to say what he said before the show. He doesn't like what I say. What he says
Off the
air.
record, off the air.
Yeah,
Double whammy there.
Right.
He does a lot of that. Takes things out of context and then just throws it in the middle of something.
Don't do that.
It's okay.
What do you,
It happened. It happened a lot at the Journal Star too. It happened a lot there too. It happened all the time. It happened all the time.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't like sarcastic wins.
Yeah. You started it. I said buckle up, didn't I, Josh? Did I say?
I don't like this.
Yes.
Let's just go straight shooter Wednesday now.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Here we go.
Boring
6
Wednesday.
minutes
Boring
in, we're
Wednesday,
already
yes.
changing the description of Wednesday. That's great.
All right. Sean Payton.
The new head coach of the Denver Broncos as of yesterday.
He returns to the sideline, which makes it puts him 6th among active coaches in terms of total wins. Who are the 5 in front of him?
Currently in the
Active.
Phil Belichick, Andy Reid,
Okay.
of course.
Greg
Active.
Tomlin.
John Harbaugh, probably.
No.
Really?
Tomlin would be
You're
one.
now, Jake, you're the first to miss. Okay.
We got 3 Tomlin.
You got
I'm surprised
Belichick.
John Harbaugh's
Hold on. You got Belichick, Andy Reid, Tomlin.
2 more then.
2 more.
Current head coaches. Pete Carroll,
Bam.
number 4.
I don't think you'll get 5.
Oh, we're getting 5. Is it a current head coach or is he an assistant coach
active
there?
head coach.
Okay, all right. We'll get it then. Process of elimination. We will get
You won't get him.
I got to go
coach.
Cowboys.
Oh,
Mike
Bill got it.
McCarthy.
Bill
Mike
just got it.
McCarthy.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
All right. See?
Yeah.
Give me a real
Ye.
No,
that.
not how you started the day. Not doing that yet. We'll see how straight
ye
shooter
a
I
little
Wednesday
had
goes.
a fist bump and it was like
Yeah,
a 7th grader.
yeah. That's,
No, that's giving too much credit to that
Yeah,
fist bump.
yeah.
I was like a juvenile.
You didn't think we could get that?
I didn't think
There's
you get
32 teams in the NFL, we know the head coaches of each team.
I didn't think you get
Process of elimination.
There you go. But that's why it's a deal. Big deal, Bill.
it's a big deal.
Yeah, we should call him Big Deal Bill.
Big deal, Bill. That's a pretty cool nickname, actually.
That is
Big
that
Deal
is-
Bill.
Could have thrown that out yesterday when I was getting arrested.
Don't you know who I
You
am?
know,
I'm Big Deal Bill. Come on.
Yeah, we should get back to that later too, because there was something came up again today.
No.
Yeah, there was another situation
This morning?
in my head.
Oh, in your
All right,
head.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Big Deal Bill.
Big Deal
Now,
Bill.
Big Deal Bill. This is a big deal, Sean Payton. Ask anybody in that division, AFC.
West.
Ask
AFC
anybody
West.
in the AFC West if it's big. Now the Raiders are going to get buried now, right?
Raiders are in trouble because the Broncos now have
Payton.
Sean Payton with hope maybe he can fix Russ Wilson. We'll see if that's possible.
You have the Chiefs.
Mahomes and Reed,
You have the Chargers.
yeah, Herbert, and
Trouble.
what do the Raiders have? They don't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
Derek Carr's not coming back next year, probably likely.
I mean, Sean Payton automatically makes the Broncos a threat to win the division.
The playoffs for sure.
Get in the playoffs. It's a big deal, Bill. Big deal, Bill.
I
It
think
is.
it's more playoff than win the division.
Yeah,
I think
I agree
that's
with
that was a little aggressive.
That was.
A little aggressive.
The Chiefs are still in the
But,
division.
yeah,
They're still there.
It's still the Chiefs. It's still the Chiefs. You're right.
But Sean Payton, again, we saw last year just an absolute train wreck this year in Denver. Nathaniel Hackett was awful. I mean, he got fired before one full season of being a coach.
It's demonstrative of something that's odd to me. How can you go from Hackett to Payton? It really illustrates how bad Hackett is. You had Hackett as he's replacing Hackett. I mean,
Well, there's a thought that Hackett was an up-and-coming coordinator that could be a head coach.
Yeah,
That was obviously an incorrect thought because he was not ready to be a head coach.
yeah, you see where I was going
From
with
week
that.
1, you could tell this guy's not ready for this, and he just got worse and worse and worse, and now he's just the back-to coordinator for the Jets, no longer a head coach.
Peyton's almost it's almost automatic playoff now. I mean, it's
Careful.
no.
Careful.
He was
The reason that's chance to be automatic, if we want to go with that word, would be the defense. That's why, because
Defense is
they've got
loaded.
a really good defense.
well, he's an offensive coach.
And so they have a chance because anytime you have a really good defense, you have a chance. You look at all those losses that Hackett had. How many of them were one score? A lot of one score losses. So it wasn't 38-7s going on because the defense. Offense did not play well. Defense played really well. So they can just get that up to speed a little bit better. They're going to be in games and have chances. Then you have a veteran head coach to how to handle situations will be much better for them.
Peyton, of course, is an offensive guru.
Yes.
Right. Peyton led New Orleans to the Super Bowl championship in February of 2010
Against the Colts.
Yes. made the playoffs in New Orleans 9 times in 15 seasons. They'll be in the playoffs. The offense will be better, a lot, and the defense will still be good.
I would think they were the number one most disappointing team in the NFL this year because again, you got Russ Wilson, and Russ Wilson was terrible.
What year is he? How many years has he been in the NFL?
He's been in the NFL for this is going to be probably his 11th or 12th. I want to say. I think 2011 was when he was at Wisconsin. That was the one year he was there. So somewhere 11th or 12th year in the NFL. And his last year in Seattle, he was starting to show some signs of dropping off.
That's a lot of mileage. That's a lot of tread.
It is. But Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady are guys that are older that have still been very, very successful. Now, Rodgers didn't have his best year this year. Neither did Tom Brady, but he was 46, and Rodgers is pushing 40 here. Wilson's, still 34, probably 33, 34 at this point. So if you go by those guys, he's still got 5, maybe 4 or 5 solid, really good years left of being an NFL quarterback. But if he's like Tom Brady, he's got 10, which I don't see that happening.
And they got Jerry Jeudy. Who else they got?
Cortland Sutton.
Jake knows these rosters.
It's incredible.
Yeah, they got Jamal. What's the running back's name? The guy from North Carolina, Javonte Williams, really good running. Got hurt this year.
Okay.
And then they had a bunch of problems at running back with fumble issues and injuries. But they did have an injury-ridden year. It wasn't just a lack of, hey, Russ Wilson stinks. They had a lot of injuries. Right. Offensive linemen went down.
Right.
Skill players went down. They lost 3 running backs to injury. So it was just a terrible year. So if they stay healthy, that automatically helps there. But on paper, you would think, Sean Payton helps them get to the playoffs for sure. Weird things happen.
Mm-hmm.
But it's certainly an upgrade in Denver. A massive, massive win.
Yeah, it's an upgrade. Now, it appears that Harbaugh got bypassed. Did Harbaugh just not get a job? Did he want a job and not get one?
Who's the more desirable coach? It was Sean Payton or Jim Harbaugh?
Payton.
Then maybe they said, we're going to do whatever it takes to get Sean Payton.
Is it Payton? I said it maybe a little too quickly. Is what would you guys say? Who would you take right now? If they're standing in the room and you can pick one, who you picking?
For the NFL.
Yeah.
I'm taking Peyton, but it also gets interesting with Harbaugh's had great success, and there was no draft pick with him, so that does make a slight difference with no.
It does.
That's a first round draft pick. What if your first round draft pick is one of the best pass rushers over the next 8 years?
Yeah,
that does a lot for you. So there's at least a conversation because Harbaugh has had success. He did not win the Super Bowl, was in the Super Bowl.
A lot of success.
Was it NFC Championship 3 times? Is that right?
Probably.
Something like that. Won at the University of San Diego.
Yeah.
Won at Stanford.
Yep.
I mean, did a great job. That was when Pete Carroll was still at USC.
That's right.
So it wasn't after he left.
That's right.
And so then he goes to Michigan and does what he's done now. So it's not one of those. It's not a 90-10 deal.
No, it's not. I said it a little too quick. I mean, I don't want to.
Yeah, there's plenty of reason to pause and think that Harbaugh's the better coach. But I just think because Sean Payton's been NFL through and through in all this, and he's been successful in pretty much his entire tenure in the NFL, I would pick him.
I just wonder if Harbaugh wanted other jobs. If he had just set his sights on this one, was he involved anywhere else? I don't know. I haven't heard any reports.
Well, I think the question for these guys is, the Broncos are locked into Russell Wilson. He's not going anywhere. No one wants to trade for that contract. He is going to be a Bronco for several years. You got to make it work with him. You have to. You're locked into him. You traded draft capital. You paid a lot of money. That's your guy. Does Harbaugh and Payton think he's fixable? Does somebody else think he's fixable?
Well, obviously they do.
Well, Payton took the job.
Yeah.
So maybe he thinks he is fixable. And maybe Harbaugh did as well. And if that's the case, if you're a Broncos fan, you're saying, okay, he is fixable. Maybe if those two think he can be fixed, then we shouldn't be panicking over here.
Probably not. Probably not.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah. That's dicey though. That's a big part of this.
But it is. But the deal is, as you guys mentioned, that they've already traded big capital for Russell Wilson. They trade a first and second round pick to get Sean Payton, which I told you guys before the show. It's still weird to me that coaches can get traded.
Denver's sending New Orleans the number 29 overall pick this spring. And then next year it's a second round pick. So, and then New Orleans or the Broncos, get Peyton and New Orleans third rounder in 2024. Yeah, it is kind of weird. I just don't get. John Gruden was traded from the Raiders to the Bucks,
And that was like the first time I ever recall the trade of a head coach. It's happened maybe once or twice since. It's just weird. I struggle to wrap my hands around that.
This is big. I think this is big for Denver. When this whole process started, the RAF, we were talking about it. I thought the feeling was Denver's not going to get Peyton. They want him, but they're not going to get him. Now, when Harbaugh came on, I thought, okay, well, if they don't get Peyton, they'll get Harbaugh, and that'll be excellent. Harbaugh would be excellent. But they got Denver. This is a home run, Bill. Big time, Bill. What
Big deal, Bill.
Big deal, Bill.
Big deal. Yeah,
he already forgot your nickname as of 3 minutes ago.
How do you hashtag me and then you don't even gosh dang it, guys.
It would be very simple to start a hashtag on Twitter and then forget it.
Forget it. And keep saying it on the radio over and over. Just need to go to this or
have the time Bill.
Yeah.
I thought that was big deal, Bill.
It'd be very simple, huh?
I
got that.
Well, would you agree with that though?
Sure. Sure. Big deal, Bill. This was a big deal, Bill, in Denver. If you lived in Denver, this was a big deal.
Absolutely. There's a lot of excitement right now. It's going to build a lot.
I think so.
Yeah, like I said, some of us won a Super Bowl. Also, he's got a personality. He has
He
a
does.
little. I think that players are going to want to be there with him. I mean, what's going to come down to is which I don't know is what do they have in free agency money that they can be able to bring a couple people in with them.
Jake,
like that with the contract, with how that will be with Russell Wilson, and so what they have left to be able to bring people in, that will be a big part of it. Don't ever forget that talent is what matters. That is what matters. It's not magic plays. Some people like that, like they say Hackett got brought in because he had the magic plays from Green Bay, like that. So they had all those touchdown passes that Aaron Rodgers threw,
Mm-hmm.
all those plays. He had them all. Didn't go so well.
Yeah.
So the magic play guy doesn't work.
Yeah. See, now that's an interesting discussion, and I agree with Bill on that. In fact, my line of thinking was affected by Bill, who has said that to me over the years, or at least in the last year. I am never that guy that, okay, a franchise is looking for its next head coach. Okay, who are the hot coordinators? That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a Harbaugh. I'm looking for a leader of men, not a guy not a Mike McDaniel who's buried
Here
in
we
a
go. Here we go.
who's just buried in a play sheet and then freezes up in critical
We had
moments.
the freeze. We'll call it the freeze. The 4th-and-1 freeze.
But do you see where I'm going with that? Why is it? It's not always, by the way, go to the hot coordinator. I'm not on the DeMeco Ryans train. Like what?
Texans hired DeMeco Ryans yesterday. The 49ers defensive coordinator who was outstanding this year.
No, I would be
Former
more.
Texans
I
player.
would be more, excited about him because my take on him is again leader of men.
Okay,
It's
Ryan.
It's not magic defense. It's not. I have this certain. They have this certain calls or this certain defense we run that's way different than everyone else runs, and so that's gonna be the magic to it. That the leader of men part. Who would be the most famous NFL coach that went to be a head coach that was not even a coordinator in the NFL? Went from another team to be the coordinator, but to be the head coach, but was not a coordinator.
Never a coordinator.
Never a coordinator at that time.
And he became an exceptional NFL coach.
Exceptional.
Never a coordinator. Never a coordinator.
Not any type of coordinator.
No
at all?
question. Okay, I'm going to give you a hint. He's the head coach of one of the 2 Super Bowl teams. That gives you
Nick Sirianni, then, right? Or maybe
and he missed it. It was 50-50, and he just didn't even come close.
I lost the coin flip.
And he missed it. No, Andy Reid. He was the tight end coach for the Packers.
I should know.
He got the head job.
Is that right?
Got the head job at with the Eagles.
Now that's
Unbelievable.
It's
Unbelievable.
not,
And the best part was you threw it out so fast, like
No.
I know.
I
the
said
answer.
it a little bit sheepishly. I said,
Now, here's the
Nick
deal, though.
Sirianni?
I understand where he's coming from because Reed is regarded as a fabulous player, one of the best.
Also illegal. I mean, he owns the locker room on both sides of the ball. Clearly, he's the one that can handle it on both sides of the ball. So it is a critical piece. The leader of men, especially in my opinion, in college, is way more important than having the perfect expertise X's and O's. You'd much rather have somebody that can oversee everything. Some people get so shot on one side of the ball, and so it's really tough on someone. If you're a play caller in it could be NFL, but especially in college, if you're the play caller and your side of the ball is going bad, how can you be a good head coach? And you're the play caller and things are going bad. That's very difficult for you to be able to handle all the decisions of what's going on.
Just
to be able to come down and talk to the defense, or if you're a defensive coordinator, there'd be times that I know in my mind, if I was the head coach and they just went down the field twice in a row, just boom, 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 boom. It's not like, hey, what are you thinking about? It's like your mind's a little elsewhere when you're that person. Yep. But to be able to step in and be involved on both sides, absolutely. Yep. And to be able to have some sort of what's going on in the whole situation. But the overall program leader is much more important than someone that is tabbed as being a offensive or defensive guru.
That's why now I've told Jake this. If I were an AD, I'm hiring a non-play caller. I want a PJ Fleck. I want a Harbaugh.
A CEO.
That's what I want. And I haven't always been that way. Probably in the last 5 years, it dawned on me. I don't want a guy who's in a play sheet all game. Doesn't have necessarily a feel for what's behind him, what's going on special teams. I've heard head coaches at Nebraska say, "I don't even know who kicked that field goal." I was thinking about the next series. Red flag. I'm just saying.
Anyway, nice job on the 50-50.
Thank you.
So close.
You. I got
so
close.
Sirianni.
How many guys
just threw that right away?
Well, come on.
Raised his hand.
He's the lesser known of the two, right? Sirianni is still like if you had to go to a bar and say, "Hey, who are the head coaches?" Oh, Andy Reid. What about the Eagles coach? Doug Peterson? No, he was there. Nick Sirianni's the head coach there. Mm-hmm. How many coaches that you've been with called head coaches called plays?
There's been
what percentage?
There's been several. Urban didn't call plays. He was heavily involved in the offense all week, but he didn't call it. I know for a fact for several of my good friends that have been the coordinator at Alabama that Nick Saban does not call the game on defense.
No, I know.
But the week is set up, and you call the game like he wants it called. You know pretty well. It's like you're basically calling things like this. Like you're like, I know what Coach Saban would call here. All of a sudden, it's not just out of the blue. Like I know he's probably going to want, 3rd and 19. He's probably going to want this coverage or what some form of a simulated pressure or whatever. I'm just going to go zero coverage just because I want to. That doesn't happen. It's set up that way. So I've been on both sides. You never want to take away from someone. Also, that they're really good at though. At the same time, like that. Coach Frost was really good at offense. He understood offense well. But they said that I was never part of that.
I know.
But so at Nebraska, when I was there, I wasn't part of any of that.
I understand. Now Saban is heavily. You would say, hey, Saban's heavily involved in the offense too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. On how the game, on what he wants, on what he wants to see on the field,
right?
How he wants things to be done. Obviously, he's the one who made a huge change from how. I mean, they were built as a defensive coordinator would want your offense built to be. They were complementary football run, and then he finally realized that not really realized he understood that we can do more offensively because I can also get that talent. We already talked about the talent that he had when I had to go against him at LSU. So when he had all of a sudden, it's like, you know what? All of our receivers are first-round draft picks. Our quarterback's first-round draft pick. Our running back's first round. We can probably spin it around a little bit more.
Right. So if you just go through the top 4 guys, Saban doesn't call plays. Program manager, excellent CEO. Kirby doesn't call plays. Program manager, excellent CEO. Harbaugh doesn't call plays. Program manager, excellent CEO. Dykes, program manager, excellent CEO. Dabo doesn't call plays. Okay. I know. How far do I got to go with this?
I'd like to see go 4 more, if you could. If you had it.
About Lincoln Riley.
Is he calling?
Yeah, he calls plays.
Is he calling?
He calls plays.
Well, that's a problem.
One exception, but it could be an exception to the rule for you here, right? One exception.
Now, I'm always a big fan of probably because I'm on that side of the ball. Also, the top 2 are both what? Defensive coaches.
True.
So defensive coaches have a lot. Kyle Whittingham would be thought of right now as one of the most elite coaches coaching. He's done at Utah, what he's done, all those things. We should get him to call in.
Hell yes, get him on the show.
Heck yeah, we'll get Kyle to call in.
Big deal, Bill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right there. We'll get him to call in.
We have been big fans of Kyle Whittingham for many years.
Now he doesn't call plays. Program manager.
Does not like him,
does not call plays.
Yeah.
But again, he's heavily involved on defense. Obviously, he's a defensive background. But I've always liked the defensive thought of it, because trust me, on defense, the first thing you're talking to your offensive guys are, let me tell you what it really sucks, what's really hard. Like I've always said when I talk to the media, those guys on offense get paid a bunch. Every coordinator that I had to go against this year, everyone was making over $1 million. So they're pretty smart guys. And they don't run dumb plays. Like, let's run this one. That's kind of dumb. Run it anyway. No, they don't. Every play is a well-designed play with what they're doing. But defensive people do a really good job with I remember I sat down with Steve Craigthorpe, was the head coach at Louisville.
Craigthorpe.
And so I said, great guy. And his son now is the assistant wide receiver coach for the Bengals.
Okay.
So anyway, me and Steve are really good friends. He was at LSU when I was there, and he had just got done with his career, so he still stayed on at LSU. But we sat down one time, and we were just talking about, at that time, quarters was such a big deal. And we sat in his office, and I go, I'll give you about 8 things you can't cover. And it was like after
quarters coverage.
Yeah, after the season, he's like, "Oh my God, we threw a bunch of touchdown passes against that stuff." Because sometimes, I mean, trust me, offensive guys know, but maybe they don't know the little nuances of what is really, really hard against the coverage and what to be able to get things done. So a lot of times on defense, you can help the offense with, hey, this is what is really, really hard to stop with what you do. There's nothing worse, though. I will say this. Sometimes defensive coordinators that are head coaches that were defensive guys. They want to go in and give the offensive guys like 10 plays. Hey, run these 10 plays. If it's not built into what you do, then it's a disaster.
Okay,
it's a disaster. Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes when you're talking, I think about something that I have. Depending on who you talk to, you get different answers on this. But I will not waver on what I feel. Especially when I hear you talk. People who say football is a simple game, it's a simple game. I'm just like, no, it's not. There's virtually nothing simple about it.
There's so many moving parts.
Right.
You got 22
not
people
simple.
going at one time in the in-game decisions. There's a lot of times, I'd say in basketball, there's, after from the tip off to, whatever's going on for the next, it's just up and down the court. There's not a lot of crazy scenario. Also, hey, there's 2 seconds left. Well, when's that going to happen?
Right.
It's a shot clock situation, or those things don't happen as much. There's a lot of situations, a lot of decisions getting made, but where the coaches are heavily involved with what's going on. And so then that part, I love the one that's always like, just on defense, keep it simple, get them to play hard.
Right.
I'm like, would love it. We did simplify a bunch, but it's like, hey, they do a lot of things. You have to adjust to what they do. Right. It's like, well, they're going to line up an empty. Keep it simple. Hope it works out. Well, they're going to throw to number 2.
Just run to the ball.
Yeah, just run to the ball.
Just run to the ball. That's all you got to do. Just really run.
Thinking and just find the ball.
Just find the ball.
I'm always like,
eyes on the ball. Do you want to look at the man we're covering? No. Eyes on the ball. 11 guys. 11 guys. Whenever you see that you think the ball went that way, you take off. What if it's a fake? Just go hard. Just go really hard. Double back. Yeah, double back on it. Just play hard. That's the way I say all the time. It's like, that was one of the signals we used a lot this year on defense was just play hard. We didn't signal the defense in. We just signaled let's play hard. That was it. Just light up however you want and just go like hell. Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
I know.
And you come off, hey, what happened on that? They hit us on the counter with that. I don't know. I just played hard. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. Well, I have no idea. We was playing hard. Just balling.
Sarcastic Wednesday.
Yeah.
Sarcastic Wednesday.
Yeah.
So Sean Payton again, the head coach of the Broncos. D'Amico Ryan's head coach of the Texans. News as of yesterday. And before we get to break, we pushed by it. We went right by this. We got to mention this. Idle chit chat. It's important today because I was informed by East Lincoln West that Andrew Newton, who owns Newton's Lawn Care, it's his birthday today.
Oh, Andrew.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So we went right past it.
Whoa.
We cannot bypass it. Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by Newton's Lawn Care. Call them today for a free quote for a 2023 lawn fertilizer program at 402-440-6297. Happy birthday to the owner of Newton's Lawn Care, Andrew.
Yeah,
Andrew.
I hope it's a good birthday.
Oh, heck yes, it is.
It's
signing day. His birthday's on signing day. How better does it get?
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the best day you possibly have.
Right.
Signing day.
Yeah,
signing day, birthday.
It's the best.
Signing day. I hope there's a big buffet involved.
Well, maybe there will be. We'll see. When we come back, Sean Callahan, Husker Online on early break on the ticket.
Hey guys, this is Lindsay Teal from Nebraska Golf Team. Imagine golfing the best courses in the world. St. Andrews, Pebble Beach, Southern Hills, rest of the play the more without ever leaving the city of Lincoln. Double has the city's best golf simulators, 5 high-quality bays that track ball speed, launch angle, club speed, spin rate, and more to give you the most accurate gameplay. Check it out for yourself year-round. Double Eagle Golf, just 5 minutes from downtown at the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
Hopcat exists at a collection of great beer and delicious food, complemented by music, art, community, and comfort. Home to a best-in-class beer experience served by craft beer experts, guests can expect a casual, inviting local gathering place with some of the best damn burgers and fries you'll find in Lincoln. Hopcat is your pregame headquarters for basketball and volleyball all season long. Hopcat is located at 6th and P in the Haymarket. To plan your next trip to Hopcat, visit www.hopcat.com. Bagels & Joe is celebrating 30 years of business this year. With 4 Lincoln locations and 1 in Seward, there's more options for your favorite breakfast spot in town. And don't forget the Joe card for unlimited drip coffee for just $8.95 per person per month. Bagels & Joe, celebrating 30 years of serving Lincoln and the surrounding areas.
Gaina Trucking is hiring B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Truckers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
A new year means new goals and upgrading, but that doesn't only apply to health and fitness. Mullen Motors can get you into a new vehicle right now and get your 2023 started off the right way. They cleared off their 2022 inventory and have tons of new vehicles to choose from to make sure you get to where you need to be this year. Out with the old and in with the new. Stop by Mullen Motors today, just north of 48th and Lake.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Life-changing research doesn't just take place in outer space. It's also happening right here in Nebraska, and you could play a key role. Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, needs healthy adults who are 19 years old and older for a research opportunity. If you qualify, you can earn up to $500 a day for time and travel. Overnight stays may be required. To learn more, call Solarion at 866-213-2965 or visit helpresearch.com/500.
Is your furnace operating like you think it should? Find out with a service check now from the pros at Bryant. No matter what make or model, Bryant will perform a thorough system check to make sure you're good to go this winter. Bryant also offers free second opinion heat exchanger checks. Before you spend thousands on a new furnace, let Bryant check it free. Anytime you need furnace service or repair, just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beers, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Come see the state's largest display of John Deere equipment at Acres Ag and Turf Expo. Acres Ag professionals and suppliers will be on hand to discuss techniques from tillage and planting to application and harvest. Also, a full lineup of John Deere mowers and compact tractors. Grand Island Fauner Park, February 21st and 22nd, or the Lincoln Lancaster Event Center, March 8th and 9th. Go to acres.com to request your free tickets today.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you forgot or didn't know, it is indeed the second National Signing Day, formerly the only National Signing Day, but now it's just not as big of a deal. We're joined now by Husker Online Sean Callahan. Sean, good morning. We were talking with Coach Busch earlier today about how this used to be the big day. Now it's kind of forgotten. Do you miss signing day being the big deal in February instead of what it is now, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, it's become so rushed now in December, where you're trying to finish your season, the bowl game, and the coaches are going out to sell their recruits. Then it's right before Christmas, and usually 95% of the people sign now, if not higher than that. And then this year is pretty rare. Nebraska's got 6 guys, or five or six guys signing potentially today, which is the most they've had since the 2018 year on this list signing. And 2018 was the first year of the early signing day. So, we've seen years where Nebraska hasn't signed anybody on this day under Scott Frost the last few years. And it's totally different. And I do think they're looking at trying to figure out a way to maybe find what would work better for signing day now moving forward. Is the current setup the best setup with the transfer portal and other things?
Yeah. What else? I mean, what else would you do? What would be one idea, Sean?
Well, you could have guys sign in the summer, whether that's like July or August, and because those kids take all these trips right now in March, April, May, June, and then most of those guys are going to make their decisions before the start of the season. So that group of players, just have those guys sign in the summer, and then this December signing day, maybe you move that more into January, so it's not such a rushed deal for the coaches in December. Because if you're playing in a college football playoff or even a conference championship game, you lose weeks to be out on the road, and it's somewhat of a disadvantage when you have a good season. So there's a lot there. I'm sure Coach Busch would have some interesting takes on that as well.
DeAndre Barnes is making his decision today. We're calling him an anticipated signee. DeAndre Barnes from Aurora, Colorado. We're talking about a corner, Sean. What are they getting in DeAndre Barnes if they get him?
6'2", 175. Yeah, he told Brian Munson that he's not going to announce until later tonight. So
really,
I hope that he has his letter sent in to Nebraska ahead of time if he's decided in Nebraska. But if not, we'll have to wait until tonight for his ceremony that he's going to do in his announcement. And that's what it sounds like. But he's 6'2", 175, 21.49 of the 200. He's a 10.69 guy in the 100. Led his team in receiving last year, had 9 receiving touchdowns, had 6 picks. It's somewhat of a mystery why, his recruiting had stayed so much under the radar. He had offers from BYU and Wyoming and Air Force and some local programs, but just not a lot of football self-promotion out there on his social media, despite being one of the better players on his team. And I don't think academics are an issue because he's looking at going to the Air Force Academy as well. So he's an intriguing guy in a lot of ways because, he could be the 39th addition to this 2023 haul.
So Sean Callahan. Sean, we look at right now the roster and who they've added so far through the portal and through the recruiting. I mean, right now, where do they need to still address when the portal reopens in spring?
It's hard to say, but I still think they probably want to get at least one more defensive line body, somebody that's over 280 pounds, just to give them, another body to go in there. I think everybody probably is in that same boat. And sure, they would like an offensive tackle, but I think the later you go, the harder it is to find those guys. And the ones that are in there, those everybody wants those guys. Because you're such a premium position at that point if you're in the portal as a tackle. So they had it figured out with Walter Rouse, and he switched a few days later to Oklahoma. So that's probably another need. But they've got 39 guys for 38 or 39 guys coming in. So they've addressed a lot of perceived needs right now that they want to add to what this team already has.
Okay, we got to do it, Sean. Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com. They're bringing in all these guys there. If they get DeAndre Barnes, that'll put him at 103 scholarship players. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's an obtuse number. I mean, it is an obtuse number because you got to get to 85. Now, You get asked it every day. What are you telling people today? Have you switched it up at all?
Well, what I'm telling people is you've got plenty of time still to get this all figured out. It doesn't have to be figured out in January or February. They're over. I mean, I think we all, can agree way over. I mean, they've essentially got an entire recruiting class sitting on top of 85 players. So,
that's pretty funny.
I mean, when you put it in those terms, but they have until August.
Seeing how it tickles you is worth it. That's worth it. Not saying it's a funny situation, but just seeing you over there, it's like just a happy feeling. It's,
Sean, now go ahead.
They
Go
have
ahead.
to obviously, players can move on. When Coach Frost first came here 5 years ago, they had a deal where because of the coaching change, if you weren't a fit and didn't want to play and just move on, you could essentially go on almost a medical scholarship. So that's an option for guys. Obviously, going in the transfer portal is an option for guys. There might be some guys on that current list right now that are going to hang it up here in the winter that we don't know about.
Yep.
That's why I'm intrigued to hear from Matt Rule today, just to kind of see what direction some of these things are heading.
You will ask him that. Matt Rule, by the way, appears before the media today. Sean, what else is on your mind? What else might you ask Matt Rule today?
The number of players they've added. I don't think he probably thought it was going to be that many guys when they took over. So it is quite intriguing why, it got to the number it got and, just how they kind of came to where they've got today. I mean, because look, I thought they'd be in the maybe mid to upper 20s. I didn't know they'd be pretty much pushing 40 here. So it is really interesting, the aggressive approach they've taken as they've kind of put this thing together.
From Sean Callahan. Sean, regarding future classes and a very important piece to one of those possibly, Dylan Raiola, what do you expect a timeline for him in terms of more clarity on where he might be committing to next?
He's going to take visits here in the spring, and that's probably going to be in March. He was at USC over the weekend, had a great visit there with Lincoln Riley. So I think a lot of it is going to be, just those visits that he takes here in the spring and where it goes. But quarterbacks are going to start coming off the board in March and April.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first position that goes, and everyone's trying to build those classes around the quarterback position. And you're seeing that like locally. Daniel Callahan from LB West, he picked up 2 more offers yesterday from North Carolina and Virginia, and he's kind of the other quarterback I would say that's in play with Raiola for Nebraska right now that they're kind of zoned in on. But you're trying to kind of get yourself in a position to get these quarterbacks to visit you on campus early, because they're going to go quickly, and you better have a very good plan B and even a plan C guy ready to go with what you want to do in quarterback recruiting.
Good thought, Sean.
Sean, always good stuff. Thanks for the time. We will chat with you again next week.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Husker Online, Sean Callahan. This state collectively, if there comes a time where Raiola does commit to Nebraska again with Georgia, USC, Oregon, Nebraska in the conversation, if they were to land the number 1 player in the country, this place is going to explode. It's going to be beautiful to see that.
I don't know how. Yeah, I think they
wouldn't even know how to react. I don't think.
From
championship.
Well, it's not really like winning a national championship.
I know, but for a place that hasn't won a lot recently,
right? It would not. Like it would be something much different than winning a national championship. But it would be, I don't know how you react to that. I better start thinking about it.
Yeah,
though.
better start dreaming about it.
Today?
Close your eyes. And
February 1 is what today
it's February 1st. It's the start of a new
Happy
month today.
February 1. I mean,
Thank
you
you.
can use this to kind of change the way you operate.
He's like,
start it now.
I already have. Well, also, Raph just said for the 40 pound, just go to Farrell's twice a week. Just do that. So right now,
start anew.
So
today, February 1.
Yes.
It's a good day.
40 pounds in 1 month.
You can always remember February 1, 2023 is the day I started to really get going.
That's that.
Right?
Is that for you too?
All of us.
You're a rehab project for almost everybody.
This could be a big day in all of our lives.
Right? Tomorrow's a big day.
This is the reset.
Tomorrow's the big day.
Yeah, tomorrow's Groundhog Day.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is one of the great movies of all time by Bill Murray. These had several that are better, but Groundhog Day is outstanding.
I never saw that.
Oh, geez, the last
scene of Groundhog
Day is when he's at this big event at the end of it, what he does, it's priceless. Yeah, Punxsutawney Phil.
Phil.
Yeah, it'll be on loop. Probably the show will be getting looped on probably on like TBS or something like that.
Yeah, it'll be somewhere all day tomorrow.
Is that right? Is
You'll
that
see
right?
A lot of stuff on Twitter. Will be a lot of different gifts from and clips.
Do
from
they do that
Groundhog Day.
on one of the cable like TBS?
Yeah, absolutely.
TBS to be the one.
It's kind of like when they loop A Christmas Story.
Yep, on TBS.
On Christmas Day.
24/7, 24 hours.
Yeah,
Christmas Day.
it's a big deal. Groundhog Day. Yeah, it's a big deal. Punxsutawney
Is that your
Phil.
favorite holiday, Coach?
Third.
Third favorite.
Yeah. My favorite holiday is Thanksgiving Eve. I love Thanksgiving Eve because Thanksgiving Eve is it's like everything is. There's no pressure. There's not. We have to open presents. We have to do this. Where's all the stuff? I was like, you're just happy. It's just Thanksgiving Eve. That was it. Now, if we're back in Pender like that for Thanksgiving Eve, we'd be going to Beamer to listen to Street Legal play
and probably play on Indian Trails golf course up there too.
Yes, it'd be a little tough, a little cold, but yes.
But you'd want to.
But I played it. I
You
played it.
drive
Oh,
right
yeah.
by that sucker.
Absolutely.
Legal cover band?
What's that? Oh, they're outstanding.
Cover band?
Yeah, they're outstanding.
Heard of them. I don't think I've ever seen them.
Yeah, Street. We're trying to get them for the alumni this weekend.
Oh, they're still
not
rolling.
weekend, but this summer.
They're still pumping out hits.
Every now and then they'll make an appearance. And like when they did like 2 or 3 summers ago, they'd have street dance. They'd have 10,000 people there.
Whoa. No.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Whoa. Yeah, that's who they are. Yeah, Street Legal.
I don't think fastball would draw 10,000 people in Pender or Beamer.
I'd make it happen. Come on, guys.
His favorite band is Fastball. Fastball.
Yeah.
See, Bill has not heard of
90s band?
No.
Bill has not heard of
I
Fastball.
guarantee you've heard 2 songs by Fastball.
I probably have. I would.
Go ahead.
The Way. I'm not going to sing it. The Way and Out of My Head. You say, well, those are just words. If we played them for you, you'd know what they were.
I'm
The
happy
Way
to
is an
listen to 'em.
iconic 90s song. You'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Oh,
iconic 90s song.
I'll be happy to listen.
We'll get Fastball to Beamer, the street dance.
No, that's in Pender. But we'd go to Pender.
Well, you said you're going to Beamer,
Go
though.
to Beamer for Thanksgiving Eve.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
that's
gotcha.
only
Okay,
for
my
Thanksgiving
fault.
Eve. You got to make sure you understand. There's a timeline to everything.
So thanks.
And you drove over on country roads too.
So Thanksgiving's number one, or
Yeah.
Thanksgiving Eve is number one. Number
Number
3 is
Groundhog Day.
Number
Day.
2 is
What's that?
What's number
Easter.
Easter.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's just pastels. Like that.
Pastel eggs.
A lot of pinks and yellows, and so yeah. Easter.
A lot of pastel eggs.
Yeah, everyone's
Did
dressed.
did you do that decoration of eggs?
Absolutely, that was a big deal.
Dip them in dye.
Yeah, big
Yeah.
deal. Yeah,
Don't drink the dye. Don't drink it.
You probably did.
No.
Yeah.
You wanted to.
But to do that was a big thing. Yeah. So
Thanksgiving
that's
Eve,
my 3.
Thanksgiving Eve, Easter, and Groundhog Day.
Yes.
I've never heard anybody outside of Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, or maybe even Unadilla, Nebraska, that might say, because they got Unadilla Bill, the other groundhog over there as well.
This is February 1. That's big.
It's a big day for us all.
It is.
Sarcastic Wednesday. Yeah.
February 1 and Sarcastic Wednesday.
It's like the moon's aligned.
Yeah. This is I do feel a sense of renewal. I really
you had
do.
2 guys to pick from, the 2 head coaches, and you missed.
the wrong
You
one.
picked the wrong guy. It was kind of a layup which way it was. Who it was. It was such a. It's like a I even used the word veteran.
Hey, at least I got one of the coaches correct. I didn't say hey, nobody not coaching the game. I didn't say like Mike March or something like that.
Yeah.
Nick Sirianni is the head coach in the game.
Yeah,
I
nice
messed.
job.
I
So you got
messed
that
up the,
part, yes.
I messed up the coin flip.
Okay, where are we going
the
next?
mailbag and song of the day is
Okay,
next.
the mailbag,
Early
all
break
right.
in the ticket.
Come see the state's largest display of John Deere equipment at Acres Ag and Turf Expo. Acres Ag professionals and suppliers and discuss techniques from tillage and planting to application and harvest. Also, don't miss the full line mowers and compact tractors. Join us at Grand Island Fauner Park February 21st and 22nd, or the Lincoln Lancaster Event Center March 8th and 9th. Go to acres.com to request your free tickets today.
Life-changing research doesn't just take place in outer space. It's also happening right here in Nebraska, and you could play a key role. Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, needs healthy adults who are 19 years old and older for a research opportunity. If you qualify, you can earn up to $500 a day for time and travel. Overnight stays may be required. To learn more, call Solarion at 866-213-2965 or visit helpresearch.com/500.
Hey guys, this is Lindsay Teal from Nebraska Golf Team. Imagine golfing the best courses in the world. St. Andrews, Pebble Beach, Southern Hills, the best of the best. You can play those courses and more without ever leaving the city of Lincoln at Double Eagle Golf. Double Eagle has the city's best golf simulators, 5 high-quality bays that track ball speed, launch angle, club speed, spin rate, and more to give you the most accurate gameplay. Check it out for yourself year-round. Double Eagle Golf, just 5 minutes from downtown at the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
Vershawn Jackson for Brand Excavate. Brand's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, the more call Brand S13 or go to Brand. Join the Brand S about you. Go big Brand.
Let me share something to make life just a little easier. It's just one word, Bryant. If we need service on our furnace or AC, we call Bryant. Same thing goes for an electrical issue. If I have a problem with my faucet, a toilet, a drain, or a water heater, I don't need to know how to fix something. I just need to know who to call. And at our house, it's Bryant.
Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. Just one call. 467-1111. Remember, we do whatever it takes.
Mike Shaver here for Trek CBD. It's basketball season, and that means you're fighting cold weather and snow to get to the arena, waiting for lines at the game, and yelling too much at the refs. Trek CBD has a variety of products to help calm me down during the game so I don't go over the top. And they have a variety of options to calm you down before, during, and after any game. Whether you're looking for drinkable Delta 8 seltzers, hemp-derived Delta 9 syrups for your beverages, or anything else, Trek CBD has it all at 84th and Anderson. Trek CBD, CBD done right.
People first is more than a nice sentiment. At American Senior Benefits, it's the mission. If you're ready for a career where you can truly put your customers' needs ahead of everything else, this is for you. American Senior Benefits is one of the leading senior market insurance product distributors in the country, and they're looking for high-energy applicants with strong communication skills. Enjoy on-the-job training, a fun work environment, and unlimited income potential. Visit asbmidwest.com to learn more. American Senior Benefits.
Hopcat exists at the intersection of great beer and delicious food, complemented by music, art, community, and comfort. Home to a best-in-class beer experience served by craft beer experts, guests can expect a casual, inviting local gathering place with some of the best damn burgers and fries you'll find in Lincoln. Hopcat is your pregame headquarters for basketball and volleyball all season long. Hopcat is located at 6th and P in the Haymarket. To plan your next trip to Hopcat, visit www.hopcat.com.
Shouldn't the landscape around your house reflect the architecture as well as the interior? Whether it's new construction or breathing life into an outdated landscape, let the teams at Tailored Landscapes, Tailored Lights, and Tailored Life combine as your local source for outdoor living. Schedule a meeting with one of our designers who listen during our consultations and combine your preferences, plus our experience to give you a timeless, sustainable, photo shoot worthy landscape to meet or at www.tailoredlandscapes.com, because when you find one company, you find the benefit of 3.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're
No,
a big tough?
never feel like an
If
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion in this discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let the stories be told. Let them say what they want.
Song of the day, Good Times Roll by The Cars. 464-56851 is bad. 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers Song of the Day.
Let them brush, rock and roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Won't you let the good times roll?
Your song today, Good Times Roll by the Cars. 464-56851 is bad. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers Song of the Day.
Okay, Good Times Roll. It's either Good Time Roll is the Cars' best song or Since You're Gone. It's one of the two.
What about Magic?
That's good.
We love Magic.
Yeah,
Since You're Gone is the best.
We love
Do you think? I think so.
To me,
we love that song.
Yeah, that's a great one. But
Yeah.
this is
Does that
great
have
too.
the famous line?
Yeah, I took the big vacation.
I just always wonder if that's.
Yeah.
Did he end it?
Yeah.
Big vacation.
Cars are
Press the whole
cars
song.
are ridiculous.
Yeah. Hey. That nice job on February 1. That's a good February 1 song. That is. Let the good times roll.
Groundhog Day Eve.
Yeah.
Groundhog Day.
A day of renewal.
Yes.
A day of renewal. And you played Good Times Roll. That's a 9.0.
Whoa, that was really aggressive.
No, that's not real aggressive. I mean, it's a little. I mean, I'm tempted to go higher.
This really ties into what Jake has talked about when you talk about songs, whether you like them or not. Immediately, you knew all the words. So right away, your level goes up like that.
You did a drum solo.
I didn't do guitar. I did drums.
Well, I fixed
this
it.
is a big difference between this.
I fixed
this
it.
is a big difference. Look at me. Look at.
What were you
Look at me.
talking about,
This is
Jake?
a big difference. That's what I did.
I fixed
and then,
it. Because I do guitar solo.
Yeah.
You did the drum
And then
solo.
how you're playing the guitar? Who plays it like this? Who
No,
plays
I didn't do like
You
that.
played it like a ukulele or something. I don't know what
guitar
that was.
Tiny Tim.
I didn't do guitar.
Tiny Tim, very talented.
Tiny Tim
You're
guitar.
like Tiny Tim.
Is that right?
No,
Yeah.
Tiny Tim played a ukulele. You will not
Yeah.
know that because you're
Yeah.
too young.
I know
He was
who Tiny
outstanding.
Tim is.
Do you?
I didn't know he played ukulele though.
Yeah, had really long hair.
You know who Tiny Tim is?
Yeah, Google that.
Okay.
Anyway,
8-6.
8-6.
Well, you went lower than
8-6.
It's the first time you've
8-6.
gone lower.
It's an
than
excellent song, Jake.
It's an excellent song. And knew all the words right away.
Is that your favorite car song?
What's that?
Oh, you said Since You're Gone's your favorite car song.
We just went over that.
I'm just
didn't we?
making
We just
sure.
covered that again too. This is like we're in a haze right now.
Well, we're
in quite a haze right now.
No, he said Since You're Gone. You said you liked it, but you didn't because that was your favorite song.
That's my favorite.
Okay, Jake, off some car songs.
Well, you've already done several. Just What I Needed.
Yep.
Uh,
That's a good one, too.
Magic's mine's. I like Magic. That's my favorite
Really?
song. Yes.
Really?
We have gone over this. I love Magic. Drive by the Cars. That's kind of their slower song. Who's going to drive you home?
Yeah.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Mm.
How about
Let's
just
go.
what
Let's go.
Yeah.
Do we say just what you needed? Just what I needed?
I just said that.
Okay.
See?
Touch and Go.
We're all in the fog.
Do you remember Touch and Go?
I don't know.
That was
one.
off of a Cars album that didn't do as well. Shake It Up.
Yeah.
Shake It Up. Yep.
Shake It Up's pretty good.
Pretty solid. Not their top.
Nope. We covered it. Let's cover it. You might think.
You might think.
Great research. Great job.
Right on
It
my
was a great job.
He's really into it.
You might think.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
You might think I'm crazy.
All right. Mailbag. Hit
Let's do it. All right. Mailbag starts right now. By the way, answered by Modern Woodman Fraternal Financial. To plan for your financial future and learn about member benefits, get to know your Modern Woodman representative. Call Sean Erickson today at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation. Modern Woodman Fraternal Financial. Look at this. Delivery came this morning. Again, from Missing Tooth Greg. He's just bringing us gifts every day. You see this, Sip?
Yeah.
It says the early break
What is
mailbag. There's questions inside. There's
You're kidding me.
There's actually questions inside.
Toothless Greg has become like our number one guy.
Yeah.
Check this out. It's got a picture of.
That's outstanding.
Yeah.
I guess that's you. Over
He's
there,
going
America.
just this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
He says, "Yes, Jake. This is a vintage football." Right
Yes.
there.
I'll tell you something about Toothless Greg. He's very creative.
I like it. Yeah, he's been a
You got a
huge part of the
creative
show.
He
mind.
took a shot at you with the mini Bud Light.
He
That-
did.
yeah.
Then he made up for it. He gave me a case of
Yeah.
Bud Light, which I
He was
appreciate.
feeling,
It's
he was feeling
unbelievable.
guilty.
Well, we got two questions.
All right, from Toothless Greg.
Yeah, he said,
let's put our heart into this because he
Yeah.
puts his heart into
Yes.
entertaining us.
All right. Greg says, "Hey guys, in 1975, I purchased my first car for $50.
Mhm.
It was a rusty brown '66 Chrysler Town and Country
Okay.
wagon with the fake wood paneling running down both sides. It was a total POS. Please elaborate on your first
Okay, I
car
can
and
do this.
those pleasant or
Yeah.
painful memories."
I can do this.
I
It
can
was
do
a
this too. Go ahead,
Chevy
you do it.
S10. I'll go first because
Yeah.
I'm the star of the show,
Yeah.
Bill. Chevy S10.
Your name's on it.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
your
you.
name's on it.
Yeah, thanks for pointing
Early
that out.
break.
Yeah.
With Sip and Jake. Yeah.
Chevy
I'm not on that.
Chevy S10. And it was a little blue Chevy S10. I think we paid $400 for it, and it ran for a long time. I probably had it for 4 years. I came home one day. I didn't want that. I came home one day in a Thunderbird. It was a $400 Thunderbird that my friend had, and I drove it home and said, Dad, I want to get this Thunderbird. It's a big Thunderbird.
How'd that go for you?
I weighed 140 at the time, 5'7", 140. He said, you look like an idiot. You look like an idiot in that thing. You're not getting it. Let's get you a little pickup. And that's fine.
Did you agree with him then?
Oh, I didn't. I mean,
was that harsh?
I mean,
for
I
you?
think it was compensation. I was overcompensating for being a little man. I wanted a big car. So no, but I was happy with the truck. I made a mistake with the truck though. Loaded a keg loaded a keg in the back, but I put the keg in the very back of the the back of the pickup. Slammed on the brakes. What happened? The keg comes barreling up towards the window, puts a huge dent in the part of the pickup right next to the back window.
That's a great vehicle. I had a 73 Camaro. It was that we got for probably about $900, all kind of rusted out.
73
Here's the
Camaro.
best part.
I can't even
the shocks
envision
weren't
it.
bad, so I didn't even have rims or anything on it, but I stuck air shocks on to jack it up. It rode so rough.
Did you put air shocks
air
on it?
shocks on so I
You
could jack
jacked
it
up a 73 Camaro?
Yeah, jacked it up.
Whoa.
Again, this is for $900, so you had that. We put the extra in, and then the bottom was rusted out, so the exhaust would come through into the car. So when you were driving, the exhaust would come into the car, and then. But I had just an unbelievable stereo like that my brother-in-law Steve Schindler put in. Had a great stereo.
Steve Schindler.
But I do remember very vividly. We're not going to name names, but a girl I was dating, basically from Oakland, broke up with me because of my car.
Oh, Jake can associate. with that.
Yeah. It was just. I didn't. Yeah.
Jake,
It just wasn't. It wasn't.
Jake can relate to
Sid
this.
told me my old car would never get me a girl ever. I
So
had
that
girlfriends
happened.
in that car.
That happened.
Did you? What was it?
It was a Chevy Cobalt.
Yeah.
When we
A red
started the
Cobalt.
show,
Yeah.
when we first started the show, he would show up in a Chevy Cobalt, and he'd say, "This girl put me in the friend zone." And one time I was like, "Yeah, I'm telling you why these girls, these multiple girls are putting you in the friend zone. It's that Cobalt.
It's the Cobalt.
You can't show up.
I
in
could.
that.
I
now
was
I got
not.
the sleek
I was
blonde
not
with the-
upset about it. It was when you have a car that's just riding on air shocks and no actual suspension system, and exhaust coming in, you're handcuffed a little bit.
Well, you are, but
Yeah.
and then also you weren't upset. 'Cause you had multiple options out there. So
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah. Again, if there had been a 3-point line, maybe, but they didn't. But there was.
Yeah, you would have averaged
Him and
70
Pistol
again.
Pete.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Pistol Pete.
Yeah, they call me Bill Pete all the time.
Bill Pete. I like that.
No, they called you Big Deal Bill. Okay, you
sure
got
we-
another one?
Yeah, this is awesome, Greg. He says, second question, Coach, if you're not incarcerated today, he says that.
Yes.
Wow.
Regarding yesterday's incident. He said, are you familiar with Sip's phone call rock out west by Shoemaker's truck stop?
Yeah, he should be familiar with it. He was a big part of it.
Of those-
When you yelled at me after the Illinois game in 2021, when you
Yeah,
got
which I-
into me.
Yeah, which I will address again off air. Okay. All of a sudden, again, no football. All of a sudden, it's just.
Oh, no.
I was on that rock
Yeah.
when that phone call.
He's got a conversation rock.
No, I did not know that.
West Shoemaker's.
Yeah,
So
okay, Shoemaker's is a truck stop.
Absolutely.
Out
Truck
on
stops are.
West Coast.
Just going to a truck stop is outstanding. The
Yeah.
food section, roller dogs or whatever they have, the pizza.
Yeah, they do have that.
Oh yeah,
Roller
absolutely.
dogs are a big part of
Roller
this.
dogs are a part of
I
life.
think they have those.
Yeah.
But there's a big rock that I sit on and look out on the cornfield to the west, and I just get away and make some phone calls.
So this is
sometimes.
after you're awake from your nap in Embassy Suites. Is that right? Then you
I
head
don't
out
do
there.
that anymore.
Gotcha.
Takes
Yeah.
the nap, goes and has a conversation on the conversation rock.
No, I didn't know about that.
Conversations. I try to make some phone calls out there.
That's where you go. Okay, well, there you go. Thank you to Greg for those. I had others. We're out of time.
Greg,
Yeah.
thank you.
And he gave us a nice package.
The
Greg,
mailbag,
look
yeah.
at it. It actually came in a mailbag.
Greg, look at the
Yeah.
glasses I got.
Yeah.
These are the ones you gave me. These are the ones I'm using right now. They're bedazzled, and I'm using them.
Outstanding.
He
That
is-
was a mailbag that will be never
Look at
forgotten.
this. Yeah, bring this by next week, Greg. I'll leave it outside for you. So
It's
you can,
amazing he
reload
made
it
a
up
mailbag.
Yeah.
with characters that you guys on.
He's really
Remember when he gave me the old style? It had a Pendragon on it. It wasn't just, hey, here's a note. He had a Pendragon. I look upset.
You look pretty angry in that.
I look upset. My hair's very short.
Yeah, it was.
That was after the onside kick in Ireland.
I was kind of tan. You're hilarious.
When we come back, top of the hour, what's more important, a great coach or a great quarterback? Next, an early break of the ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the F dial. Also online at theticket.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey guys, this is Lindsay Teal from Nebraska Golf Team. Imagine golfing the best courses in the world. St. Andrews, Pebble Beach, Southern Hills, the best of the best. You can play those courses and more without ever leaving the city of Lincoln at Double Eagle Golf. Double Eagle has the city's best golf simulators, 5-angle, club speed, spin rate, and more. Self year-round. Just 5 minutes from downtown at the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
A new year means new goals and upgrading, but that doesn't only apply to health and fitness. Mullen Motors can get you into a new vehicle right now and get your 2023 started off the right way. They cleared off their 2022 inventory and have tons of new vehicles to choose from to make sure you get to where you need to be this year. Out with the old and in with the new. Stop by Mullen Motors today, just north of 48th and Layton.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Your home should not be a zoo to unwelcomed animals. Let the experts at Bats to Rats take care of those problems. Dane has been a leader in wildlife and pest management and prevention in Lincoln and the surrounding area for 15 years. He can help you get rid of bats, rodents, and anything else. Whether it's residential or commercial buildings, schools, apartments, or churches, they're always a phone call away. Call today at 402-310-0904 or visit batsterats.com. Bats to Rats Wildlife Control and Prevention.
Shouldn't the landscape around your house reflect the architecture as well as the interior? Whether it's new construction or breathing life into an outdated landscape, let the teams at Tailored Landscapes, Tailored Lights, and Tailored Life combine as your local source for outdoor living. Schedule a meeting with one of our designers who listen during our consultations and combine your preferences, plus our experience to give you a timeless, sustainable, photo shoot-worthy landscape. Call us at 402-432-2572. Find us on any social media or at www.tailoredlandscapes.com. Because when you find one company, you find the benefit of three.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Is your furnace operating like you think it should? Find out with a service check now from the pros at Bryant. No matter what make or model, Bryant will perform a thorough system check to make sure you're good to go this winter. Bryant also offers free second opinion heat exchanger checks. Before you spend thousands on a new furnace, let Bryant check it free. Anytime you need furnace service or repair, just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go Big Red.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
And Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
This is Early Break with Sip and Jake, sponsored by Gaina Trucking.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Wednesday.
No
Steve
bad
Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch, an early break. You can always call or text 402-464-5685. Watching, comment, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. The show is sponsored by Gaina Trucking.
I'm trying to envision the jacked up Camaro at the 73 that Bill had his first car. So when he said it was jacked up, I thought, oh, he must have some big tires on the back, fat, you know.
No, I didn't. Just regular, just standard issue tires with no rims. And also there's no spoiler. It was the one Camaro that was built, the one like in 73. They're like, I don't know, where's the spoiler? Just send it out. Just send it out. That's the one. That's what I got.
When you jack up a car,
yeah,
generally you want fat back tires.
Absolutely, they should be. Yeah, that was
tires
always,
that are big, fatter than the.
That was always a big discussion. You get pulled over like my friends that had like the nice cars. Like, hey man, tires are too fat. They're too sticking out of the fender.
Oh,
too
nice.
Far. That's a big deal. Whether they were 50s or 60s, the tires were as a big deal.
Jake.
I mean,
that got me revved up.
Someday, if I fall ass backwards into money, 69 Chevelle.
Yeah,
that's what you want. You want a 69 Chevelle, 4 on the floor, 454.
Yeah,
that's what you'd like to have.
69 Chevelle.
Oh yeah. Instead, I had an automatic with no fat tires and no spoiler and exhaust coming through.
I hear you on the 69 Chevelle. I always think 57 Chevy like everybody else. I'd like a 57 Chevy, big fat tires, big fat back tires.
I mean, a 69 Camaro.
Illegal.
It's really nice. Illegal, yeah.
Illegal.
Not street legal.
No.
Yeah, I could. So we talked about street legal. This is not street legal. Like that. Keep it on the down low. Yeah.
Street legal ban good. Street legal cars, no, we don't want those. Want the crazy, the sketchy ones.
Let's go to the subject here, Jakey.
Yeah.
Jakey.
You'd be surprised how rough it rode. It really did. Only your true friends would ride around with you, I think. Also, the gas tank didn't. I mean, the gas gauge didn't work. Also, like that. So numerous times, all of a sudden, we're out. Yeah, we're out
in the middle of
nowhere. You didn't leave town a lot in this ride. This was kind of you had restrictions. You had restrictions. This is more just driving up and down Main Street, which is what you're supposed to.
How would you check it? Like, there's just no way to.
You had to keep it in your head, kind of okay. The best thing. Then if you went out of town, then you always filled it. It's like, hey, we got to fill this thing so I know it can get me there and back. I'm saying 20 times I ran out of gas. Just all of a sudden, it's like all of a sudden the car is. It's like 20 times. Done it 20 times. Had no idea. And everybody was like, really? Really? So that's all of a sudden this went down. But you can but the stereo still running. Unbelievable stereo. Yeah, unbelievable stereo.
I guess we have to walk from here. Someone go get some gas.
Yeah.
20 times. I've never run out of gas in my life. 20 times.
20 times. This happened within a year. This wasn't like 20 times over my life. This is 20 times. This is within a year. Yeah. Hey, low budget. It wasn't a lot of low budget.
People were asking also, Sip, regarding your story. But was the beer okay?
The beer was fine
because he said the keg smashed the rear. But was the beer okay?
Yeah, and people probably wonder too. Okay, that was your first truck. You're probably 15 or 16. I was, but I looked like I do now back then. I mean, I was a very old looking.
He's aging gracefully, of course.
I had hair on my. I had hair on my back when I was 16.
That's outstanding.
Yeah. I mean, I was a hairy young man. I
know people always.
Thank you.
I know if you're at the pool, people always say, "Great back hair."
My okay.
Yeah, actually. Right. That's because you could see it.
You could feel for it. Yeah. Good feel for
blonde. First of all, it was blonde.
He brought the back scratcher.
Now I'm way more freaked out when that thing's just a massive back hair.
I got a lot of back hair.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not covered, but there's patches.
Yeah. So we got to go with what's that? What's the Virgin show? Where he gets his chest
50-year-old virgin.
Oh yeah, 40. No, the 40-year-old virgin. You got that wrong one time.
We got to wax Sipple.
No,
calling. We got to get somebody out there. Yeah. Let's get somebody. Let's get a spa out there. Let's see if we can get this done.
I think about it.
Let's see if we can
chicken out the last.
Let's get this done.
He agreed to it, and then it was
Josh. Let's make sure we're gonna get some things. We're gonna get somebody.
Should I get a wax job on my back?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Should I?
Let's
do people
it.
do that?
Let's get a shot at it. See what happens.
Listen, I've got some connections for you. I know people.
Okay.
I know people that can do this.
Yeah,
We'd
you
like
do.
to-
You
and we'd
have.
like
You
to-
have come through for me.
Yeah,
I have.
we'd like to live stream this too.
That's
Nobody
that's-
wants that.
Yeah, what's got to happen? We want to hear the yelp.
Yeah.
Kinda-
The car's down.
Sounds like a reverse, like air blower that you can't start.
That's how it all ended.
20 times in a year. I love
Yeah,
that.
Huh.
I've never ran out of gas before either. I got
Haven't you?
I got close one time. I was in a car that ran out of gas in the middle, going from Avoca down by Syracuse
Okay.
to Lincoln.
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere, gravel road.
So then what?
Oh, we were sitting there for an hour until somebody could come
Okay,
get us
man.
some gas. It was terrible.
It
It was cold, like January. It was like freezing outside
okay.
too.
Yeah, that changes.
It was
the
like
story.
10 degrees out.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah.
But
And
I
here you
wasn't
are.
driving.
though.
Here we are. Made it through.
February 1, day of renewal.
Day of renewal.
Renewal.
Groundhog's Day Eve.
Yeah.
Big day for us here. 464-5685, call or text as always. So I was thinking about this yesterday. What is more important to the operation working properly with the team?
Come on.
A great head coach or a great quarterback? Is there one that's obviously more important? Or is there an argument for either side here?
There's always going to be an argument or discussion. I would take talent every time.
Ooh,
I'm taking
I was going to take
talent.
the coach.
No, I'm taking
right, go
I'm
ahead.
taking talent every time. I'm going to put the person that actually has to handle the ball when the whistle's blown will always mean more than the coach. The talent coach, absolutely.
The head coach?
Head coach.
No,
Talent.
I'm taking head coach,
No.
Bill.
No, I'm always going to take talent. You've seen a lot of really good head coaches fail because of talent.
Right.
You've seen a lot of
lack of talent.
Lack of talent. So I would always err on that side. I'm not going to, it's not like this is a 90-10. No. I'm
Here's
just
the
saying
thing,
that
though.
I'd always be.
This is what I push back, Bill. The head coach establishes culture, he establishes everything, the mood, the way everything operates. The quarterback's not that guy.
But the head coach can still be developed, and you're not going to be able to you can't change talent that much. So the head coach can get better.
Yeah.
But some quarterbacks that's just what they are. It's like, well, why go through all the draft picks that have been bust? Well, what's the deal? Why couldn't you get him better? You were a great head coach. You couldn't get him better? Well, you can, as a coach, you can get better.
Yeah.
You can figure it out better. Okay, I'm not as good at culture. I got to figure it out.
Yeah.
I can do this. I'm always going to
Coaches get better
because you can get better at coaching than you can at some point in time with the level of talent you have. You're just going to get to a certain point, and that's just where it's at.
Are people going to say right now, the best example is Burrow, Zach Taylor? This is Zach. Now, you know how I feel about Zach Taylor as a coach. I think he's an excellent coach. But what's Zach Taylor if he doesn't have Joe Burrow? Now, we all know Andy Reid, probably still Andy Reid without Mahomes. I think I'm kind of making Bill's. I'm kind of making your case stronger here.
That'll happen a lot in the conversations.
But you see what I'm-
things will spin back that way.
You see where I'm going, though?
The head coach is extremely important. If he's a complete clown, eventually things will fall apart. I agree. But my point is that you can get him better. He can get better. He can see things and where you have a unbelievable quarterback.
Right.
There's a great player like that. I would take whoever has to touch the ball. Still going to be more valuable. It's all said and done. Make a great decision like that. So that make a great decision like that. Whoever has to handle that ball in that play has to be able to execute it. Your quarterback's your number one guy.
Interesting. Now, I will say this, Jake, that when you say now, okay, look at teams in the offseason, rate them, do what you do. I always just start with the head coach and then the quarterback before the coordinators. Now I just go, okay, tell me first, who's the head coach? All right. I got a good feel for the head coach. Now tell me who's the quarterback. Then I go from there, probably to the coordinators and then returning talent.
We just got very lucky because I started this conversation not knowing that there could be breaking news regarding this exact thing right now in the world of sports.
Whoa.
This
is my first breaking news.
We got some breaking
This is
news.
pretty
We
big.
got some major breaking news in the world of sports. And it's a conversation like this. We've always asked the question for a long time. It was who made who? Was it Bill Belichick or was it Tom Brady? who made who? Now, Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl without Bill Belichick in Tampa, so maybe in that conversation you could say Tom Brady was the one who made Bill Belichick. It's a conversation to be had. Well, speaking of Tom Brady, as of 8 minutes ago, he just released this video. I'll play it on the air for you. This is he'll explain what's going on, but Tom Brady,
This is
the
exciting.
floor is yours. All right, Tom Brady. There you go. Now it's from the beach. On the beach.
What
TikTok?
That's on Twitter. Yep, just posted.
So just to start with, that is the best retirement statement I think ever for someone of that magnitude. I know he had a big one last year, then came back. That's just really cool. If you want to be like one of the cool guys, how you walk away instead of being like, there will be a press conference in 2 days at 4:00. With thousands of cameras. Did it on the beach.
He's just on the beach.
He's
recording himself like
that's
this.
what I mean. He did it himself.
That is cool.
That is like that. That is one of those drop the mic deals. That is outstanding.
That is butter.
That is
butter.
Very cool.
Yeah, nice.
And I think everyone kind of saw this probably going to happen.
Jake, did you see it coming? He's an NFL guy.
Well, Tom Brady was not good this year. He's 46 years old now. Again, it's fair to not be good at 46 years old. But like last year, he was decent, and this year a huge drop off. Byron Leftwich gets fired. The OC, the team was not. They made the playoffs. They weren't very good though.
Bad division.
And the question was, hey, he's probably not going to be in Tampa. Is he going to go to the Raiders? Is he going to go somewhere else? Right. He probably just said, I don't want to do that again. I'm done. I know I said I could play till 50, but 46 is pretty damn good.
And he said it for good. He said the words, "I'm done for good."
Yep.
For good.
Yeah, I believe him. And
no regrets.
That was outstanding. Just the way he did that. That. I love people that have that. That's like, it's not making a big deal about it. I'm just going to walk away from it because he's all 7 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
was in 10.
Yes, he was 7-3. Yep.
Yeah, 7-3.
That's fascinating. Doesn't he have to have a press conference at some point? Does he?
No,
I suppose not.
Doesn't have to.
I don't
I'm
know.
sure it'll be addressed. So they'll talk about it. That's not going to have a big one. But I just said my respect again was always so high for him, just how he operated. And then after this, that's like epic.
What do you mean? Why did you respect the way he operated?
He was always the consummate pro. Just how he worked it. He was not badgering, but he was always on top of everyone else. How he practiced, all the things off the field stuff, zero. I mean, he had off the field attention because of who he was married to and different things. But there was no off the field
like LeBron.
drama.
Like LeBron never has off the field stuff.
There's no issues. Everything and then also, what he came from. I mean, he was just okay player at Michigan. Part-time starter back and forth where his body was like in the draft, and they go through all those different things from the combine to when he was drafted and how he was prepared when he had his chance to go in the game, being ready to go. And so that's a classic move right there. When all of a sudden he got his opportunity, that he was 100% prepared to go in and do that. And so I was never like a huge fan of his. I was just, the respect was huge, just because I didn't follow NFL in that type of passion, I guess. But it was always like, wow, how he handled his stuff to build to get done.
Yeah, I think for a long time it was hard. Like early on in his days, it was hard to accept that this 6th round pick was going to become a great quarterback, a legendary quarterback. Because he took over for Drew Bledsoe when he got hurt in 2001, and then the rest is history with Tom Brady. But he proved it year after year after year after year. And again, as a Dolphins fan, I didn't like the guy forever, but I do respect him. He deserves all the respect. 10 Super Bowl appearances. 10. He's 7-3 in the Super Bowl. Are you kidding me?
Could Mahomes get there? Could Burrow get there?
This is Mahomes' second. Burrow's got 1. The question is, will they have the longevity that Tom had? I mean, Tom played to 40.
These guys
do they want that longevity?
These guys. Well, think about it. that would be Mahomes playing for 20 more years. That would be Burrow playing for 20 more years. That would be Josh Allen playing for 20 more years.
Right.
20
plus more years.
That's
right?
incredible to think of it that way. That is really, that's where you tip your cap to Brady big time. Imagine Mahomes playing 20 more years. I can't imagine that. I just can't imagine that.
With an ACL injury, missed a whole season with
Yeah.
an ACL.
He did.
So he had to,
2008.
so had to.
Oh, Brady did?
Brady did, yeah.
Yeah. But not injured very often, right?
No, stayed very. That's one of the reasons, obviously, for his success. He stayed healthy enough to play in all those games.
That is a tribute to him too.
Yeah. And he wasn't a very active, mobile quarterback to avoid. So you're going to take some hits when that body type and not be able to move as well as some of the quarterbacks you see right now as far as escapability. But so to stay healthy like he did, and then just like I said, he just had such a regime of how he took care of his body.
Yeah.
All the little stuff that he did.
Very LeBron-esque. I mean, there's a lot. There are at least two very stark similarities, and that is the way they take care of themselves and no off-field stuff, no off-court stuff with LeBron. Nothing.
It'd be hard to get into a detailed conversation with Tom Brady about whether it's custard or pudding because he just didn't eat that.
Right.
So it'd be like you
be.
did. It'd be a hard conversation. What do you think, Tom? I don't know. I've never had that.
No, it'd be easy because he'd say they don't put custard in it.
Well, you're 100% wrong.
They don't put custard.
Everyone who texts in the
Nobody
text
puts
line.
they're
all,
wrong.
Everyone, yeah.
It happens a lot on
Oh,
this
the
show.
world's wrong. That's great. That's the world's wrong.
I'm
World's
wrong.
Your
So
world's
I'm right.
wrong.
The
My
world's wrong.
Yeah,
Deal
so
with
it's everyone is against you, and then you're like, no, you're still wrong.
Who's the smartest person you know? Just say it. Who is it?
Oh, that's Jake.
Listen, I didn't
He
say
does
it.
the
I didn't-
rundown
I didn't
every
say
day.
it. You
He
know, I
does
didn't
the
say it.
rundown every day.
By the way, let's misspoke. Mahomes' third Super Bowl. Yeah, he lost.
That's
his
what I was going to say.
I'm
One,
sorry, I
one,
messed
lost
up. Burrow's got one.
Okay.
Mahomes has 3 appearances now.
Yeah. Now, again, the thing you look at, those guys I named, are they playing 20 more years? Jalen Hurts, is he playing 20 more years? That's incredible to think of it that way.
Well, there was for a couple years there, a few years ago, there was kind of a lot of early retirements going on. Think about Calvin Johnson retired early.
Yeah,
as a
real
receiver.
early.
You know,
Yeah.
Chris Borland, Patrick Willis. These
Yeah.
guys are all good players that were retiring. We haven't seen that for a while.
Well, Andrew Luck would be the one that's
Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck, of course, retired early.
Mhm.
And we haven't seen that as much to like the last 2
No, you
years.
haven't. You thought it would become a trend, and it really didn't.
Right, we did.
Yeah.
But it hasn't happened. So, yeah, can you imagine those guys playing 20 more years? I mean, Tom Brady is a rare breed for many reasons. We just don't see that.
No,
And Aaron Rodgers is not quite 40. We're saying, is he playing next year?
Yeah. The answer to that question is no. I can't see any of those guys, Burrow, Allen, Mahomes, Hurts, the very best quarterbacks, the kid in the Chargers.
Justin Herbert.
Don't see it. I don't see
If
him.
you're betting right now, you're betting that no.
No.
Because the odds are just, ridiculous that you
Right.
could play that much longer.
But he did.
But his
Brady
stock went
did.
up 44% with the retirement announcement on
You
his
love
cell
that,
phone.
don't you?
On his cell phone
On a
from the
beach.
beach.
Just going like this.
It's like, hey, well, hey
Selfie.
guys, a little heads up here. That is
I'm
out.
getting right into
I'm
it.
getting right into
I'm
it.
retiring.
I'm retiring and appreciate
That's
everybody.
incredible. That is
A
incredible.
lot of shit. Didn't have to go through names. Didn't have to name coaches. Say, hey, appreciate all the coaches. And that's the way it should be. You can't go down because if you're listening to a 42-minute press conference and he names like that every assistant coach that he loved, and that's like, okay,
It's nauseating.
Yeah,
Come on.
because the people that really matter to him, he'll shoot him a text today.
yeah.
Hey, appreciate you. And that's all you want. That in the end, I go in and kind of, hey, that's kind of
Jake,
cool.
thanks for playing that.
Well, it just
He's so on top
it's
of it.
breaking news.
He's technical.
That was a dude move
That
by
was.
Brady and you.
Yeah.
But
By
mainly-
both.
Right, my
yeah.
topic. You know,
But Brady's a dude. That's a dude move.
Yeah, it is. It's
Just shoot it out on Twitter. I'm done with this. Bam.
I don't need your sources reporting. I'll
Yeah.
report
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
This is from my mouth.
Schefter.
I'm retired.
Schefter, sorry.
Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Schefter,
Yeah.
Right.
Rappaport, get out of here.
Yeah.
I am the source today, so deal with it.
That is
I like that.
That's probably what's really the best part. I was like, now reporting.
Jake, that was incredible that we
I know.
I love that I heard that on the show.
Well, yeah, someone said, Coach, yeah, I've never had breaking news before. This is big.
This is
big.
that's our first breaking news, and I was here for it. On what day was it, Sipple?
February 1.
February 1.
Magic.
A day of renewal.
Do you think he did it? So you know why he did it today?
Did-
He did not want to interfere with Groundhog Day.
No,
He
he
did
did
not.
it because
He
it's
did.
February 1, and
And
you will
he-
always
he-
remember.
But he knew don't mess with Groundhog Day. That is a holiday,
Okay,
and we're
maybe
not
that.
doing it. You don't make an announcement, big one on Christmas or New Year's Day like that. No, you
Or maybe it was, I will always remember, I retired on February 1 of 2023.
Now, I believe when he retired the first time, it was like right before the Super Bowl, right? Wasn't it? It was a big.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think
like, oh, well,
it may
here's
have been
Tom
right.
Brady to steal the spotlight of
Yeah.
the Super Bowl.
Oh, he took.
Remember that?
Yeah, he took guff for that.
So he's got over a week now. I mean, the Super Bowl's not this weekend; it's next weekend. So like, well, nothing.
Wonder what
a
beach
random
he's-
Wednesday.
Do we know what beach he's on? Could you tell?
I'm thinking it's Miami.
Yeah, I think
believe
it's probably
it's-
Miami. His kids go to school in Miami.
Okay. Wow.
Which has always been there's a rumor that he's going to the
What
Dolphins,
a day.
but
He's done. Brady's done.
Brady's done.
I'm more
He
excited
felt-
about how we did it. That resonates with me.
I know it does. It did. That was
When it's
interesting.
time to retire, follow Tom Brady.
I'll be the
path.
same way when I'm done here.
Just announcement from the beach.
Yeah.
Are you
Announcement
going
from
to Capitol Beach or what?
Probably Capitol Beach. Probably Capitol Beach.
The wind will be whipping. It won't even be that warm.
Is there any sand? There's no sand.
There's sand at Capitol Beach.
He'll be in a coat.
Yeah.
It's not quite the same as Tom.
About 14 followers.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's a
Yeah.
good. That's a good, clean retirement.
Well, congrats to a great
Yes.
career to Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Thanks to you. That's
Yeah.
a big thanks to you for how you pulled this off.
Well, you know,
yeah, that was
they played right into my topic. So
Yeah,
that's
I'm
great.
sort of impressed by Jake too.
yeah, I really am.
Yeah. He's had a pretty good.
All right,
career.
all right, that's enough.
He did it right, like he's supposed to.
Yeah.
Like he's supposed to. Yeah.
Holmes Lake, Capitol Beach, whatever you want.
Yeah,
If you
either
retire,
one.
just choose.
Capitol Beach is better since we sit on a beach.
Yeah,
That's better.
I just envision it in February in the cold, and
You
you
could
just
go out if
freezing.
you really want to do it right. Maybe you go out to Lake McConaughey.
Yeah, take
drive out there.
Do
Yeah.
it from a real lake. Yeah,
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. Let's,
Capitol Beach was perfect.
let's talk hoops when we come
Let's
back.
talk some hoops when we come back in an early break in the ticket.
Gaina Trucking is hiring Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hopcat exists at the intersection of great beer and delicious food, complemented by music, art, community, and comfort. Home to a best-in-class beer experience served by craft beer experts, guests can expect a casual, inviting local gathering place with some of the best damn burgers and fries you'll find in Lake. Hopcat pregame headquarters for basketball and volleyball all season long. Hopcat is located at 6th and P in the Haymarket. To plan your next trip to Hopcat, visit www.hopcat.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, wanting to say Happy New Year and thank you to all of you for your continued support. We have just closed out another outstanding year, and we want to start 2023 off with a bang. The new GMC and Chevrolet inventory continues to roll in, and I'll actually be picking up my 2023 GMC later this month. So with interest rates continuing to climb, Coppell is partnering with General Motors and now offering 2.9% APR on select models. So we invite you to the dealership. Check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
People first is more than a nice sentiment. At American Senior Benefits, it's the mission. If you're ready for a career where you can truly put your customers' needs ahead of everything else, this is for you. American Senior Benefits is one of the leading senior market insurance product distributors in the country, and they're looking for high-energy applicants with strong communication skills. Enjoy on-the-job training, a fun work environment, and unlimited income potential. Visit asbmidwest.com to learn more. American Senior Benefits. Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Mike Shaver here for Trek CBD. It's basketball season, and that means you're fighting cold weather and snow to get to the arena, waiting for lines at the game, and yelling too much at the refs. Trek CBD has a variety of products to help calm me down during the game so I don't go over the top. And they have a variety of options to calm you down before, during, and after any game. Whether you're looking for drinkable Delta 8 seltzers, hemp-derived Delta 9 syrups for your beverages, or anything else, Trek CBD has it all at 84th and Anderson. Trek CBD, CBD done right.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brand.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather, sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Expect sunny skies and an afternoon high of around 35. West winds at around 10. We should stay mainly clear tonight with a low down to around 15. Tomorrow, a high of 35 once again, but increasing cloud cover in the afternoon may cause temperatures to fall by late in the day. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. It's soul food right here in Lincoln. Ribs, wings, catfish, coleslaw, cornbread, grits. I mean, I'd say it's food like your grandma used to make, but my grandma never made food like that. If you haven't already, you've got to give it a try. Check out their location across from South Point at 27th and Pine Lake, or find their food truck at events all over town, or visit them online at maryellens.com to see the full menu. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Let them fix you a plate.
This
Anybody who knows me knows I was cocky out of the womb.
is Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you are just tuning in, we broke the news about 5 minutes ago that Tom Brady announced.
Shefty.
Yeah, I'm Shefty.
Yeah,
Shefty. I'm doing Shefty right now.
Yeah.
I didn't break it. Tom Brady broke it himself. Tom Brady is retiring from the NFL. Age 46. He will not be back next year. We'll see what he does. I guess he's got to go to be the Fox Sports analyst. This is a bad day.
Is that what's going to happen?
This is a bad day for Greg Olson, who's going to be calling the Super Bowl next weekend.
Is it automatically a bad day for him?
I think the contract, we'll see what the contract was, but it was when he retires, he gets the number one job of the analyst.
How will
at
Brady
Fox.
be? How will Brady be?
I don't know. Some guys are naturals. Like, Jason Witten was not good for ESPN.
You didn't think so?
No, Troy Aikman's really good.
No, Aikman is the gold standard.
Right, so he's great.
Yeah.
Chris Collinsworth is good.
He's good.
I really like Chris Collins. He takes a lot of heat. I think he's outstanding.
I love Chris
Wouldn't you
Collins.
say, though, that Aikman's the gold standard?
Yeah,
I would.
you. Buck Aikman's a good team.
Yeah, that's a good team.
I missed
That's
him on
ridiculous.
Fox.
They're
I don't like his
ridiculous.
I liked
Monday
him.
Night
I liked
Football.
him way better on Fox.
I agree.
I always
Way
say
better.
it. I mean, our breakers, we call our listeners breakers. The breakers know that when I say this all the time, when it's Buck Aikman, it just shouts. You better watch.
Yeah.
But obviously they're still doing Monday Night Football, but it doesn't feel as big, even
No.
though it's a bigger game, bigger spotlight than Fox. For some reason, it just
But Monday night
It's
is
not the
set.
same.
The NBC game is also great because you can get slotted into that night game. A week out, or even the week of.
I think by Monday or
by Monday at that. So the
everyone's
game
the same.
doesn't change, but the time changes. So that makes a big difference. Monday night, sometimes you're looking at going like, oh, this is horrible. There was a lot of horrible games.
Those don't change.
There was horrible games on Thursday. I mean, Al Michaels talked about, I don't know what to do.
Okay, we're going to go back to that discussion that we just had. What's more important to a football operation working properly, a great head coach or a great QB? Bill went with great QB. I lean more towards head coach, and I would give you a very obvious example, Georgia. I mean, who's more important to the Georgia operation, Stetson Bennett or Kirby Smart? Kirby Smart is a clear answer. So I lean toward coach, right?
But yeah, we didn't touch on all the other players that are with it. Let me ask you this one then. You're the Colts right now, sitting there. The whole state gets to vote today. The Indianapolis, whoever.
The Colts
get a vote today. They say, okay, you get one of the two. You get Andy Reid or you get Patrick Mahomes. Which one you taking? Stop. Yeah.
Okay, well, let me think about this.
Oh,
Wow.
don't even start.
Hey,
Don't
oh.
even start.
They would say Mahomes.
Every time.
But Andy Reid got them to a
but I'm just saying.
level
So
of
that
success.
answers the question right there. That answers the question. Because that'd be 100%. They'd be like, who we taking? We're taking Mahomes.
Yeah.
We're taking Mahomes.
You're taking, if you go Burrow versus Zach Taylor, you're taking Joe Burrow, right?
Taking
Probably.
Burrow. Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
All the way across the board.
But then, okay, but flip it though. You look at the Niners who made the championship game. You would say, do you take Kyle Shanahan or Brock Purdy?
Right.
Kyle Shanahan in that instance.
Thank
right?
you, Jake.
So it's not all. It's
not 100%.
100%.
Seldom are things 100%.
I never said this was not. Remember, I said it's not 90-10. This is what that. This is more of a.
Okay.
This is more of a 60-40 thing.
And you were going to add that also important is the talent.
Yeah, if you said just quarterback, everyone knows if the quarterback is fabulous, but there's no O-line, there's no whatever, it's not going to go well for him either. You have to have some sort of parts with him, but he's still the lead part.
Absolutely.
I mean, you saw what Mahomes did with very limited wide receivers. Got him to the Super Bowl in the AFC Championship game. So that was more on Mahomes with injury.
Yeah. I just think of one of the ultimate times where it's for sure quarterback over coach. Think about when Cam Newton at Auburn carried Auburn to the championship, and then after that, Gene Chizik was fired because he was terrible without Cam Newton.
After a couple years after,
wasn't the next year he got fired?
I think it was.
I think there was a year, then one more. But anyway,
I think it was a year, then one more.
They lost Cam Newton, who carried them there, and he was gone because he was
a pretty good example of that's making Bill's argument, and I think he's right about if you present to the Colts fans. Mahomes, you can take Mahomes or Andy Reid. I guess you take Mahomes.
Would they pause it all or just say
no?
Yes,
I paused.
No,
I
you
paused.
wouldn't. There would be no pause.
Mahomes is a generational quarterback.
Yeah, exactly.
Now back before it was.
Now
Mahomes,
would you take what they said right now as they stand right now? Would you take Andy Reid or would you take Rodgers from the Packers? I'd probably go Andy Reid because of age. I'd be like, Packers is like age.
Okay.
So I put the whole thing together like that. But again, like I said, you have one pick. Yeah.
Are you putting all those young quarterbacks? If you put you put
There's
Mahomes, would you put Hurts in that category? Hurts or Andy Reid? Are you taking Hurts?
Sirianni. Oh yeah.
No, Jake. I'm using the example that Bill used.
Gotcha. Yep. Hurts.
It'd be tight.
Or Andy Reid.
Okay.
It'd
Are
be
you
tight.
taking Herbert or Andy Reid?
Herbert.
Okay. Are you taking Josh Allen? You're probably taking Josh Allen.
If we're gonna do the whole roster, if we're gonna do the whole 32 teams, we're gonna have to extend this. This is getting. I mean, the point was made. Let's just. I mean, like that. Would you take Vince Lombardi or are you taking Bart Starr? Are you taking? Is it Bradshaw or Noel?
All right.
Marino or Shula.
Yeah. Come on. Stop it.
Okay.
Keith texts in. Keith
on the
I'm just gonna
personal
say
text
Keith.
line.
Yeah. Quit with this. Take the QB.
Oh, he's on coach's side.
Quit with this. Take the QB.
And this gets uncomfortable for me being right a lot. I thought,
does it
on air? It does. I wish some things would go
Gotta be
the other
wrong
way sometimes. Otherwise, yeah.
What do you mean right compared to what?
I just don't want to. I'd like to be more like you sometimes and have some flaws and stuff, so I can have some.
Well, that was yesterday. Morning, but
that was yesterday when you showed up at what time?
Yeah.
What the hell time was
I
that?
was arrested, and also today. So I went back to the scene of the crime today. I went right back to it.
I'm driving of the crime, meaning you got picked up for.
I'm driving. So the speed limit's 40.
Limit, yeah.
I'm driving 45 and like that, and people are whizzing past me, and they're honking. Guy behind me gave me the bright dim because I was going so slow. Double bird. As they went, they went by because I was so slow.
Wait a second. What's the speed limit?
So I'm like,
what's the speed limit?
The speed limit was 40.
And you're going 45. So one day after you get a speeding ticket, you're still
because it was a science project. I wanted to know. People are whizzing by me, but guess what? There was no one there. All of a sudden, this leads me to believe this is a sting operation. I was set up.
Targeted.
I was set up by another morning show, probably somebody out of Omaha or Kearney or somebody, someplace like that.
Probably Kearney.
By Kearney or Norfolk, someplace. It was a sting operation. So yeah, it's getting addressed. It's getting addressed. I'm talking. I have friends in Lincoln Police. It's going to get addressed.
Okay.
Sting operation about getting pulled over yesterday morning.
Guys are going by me. They're going 60. But where's double? Yeah, and I'm like, I'm driving the speed limit, just two hands, I'm right here, you know, boom, just driving like, hey, don't cause problems, man.
hands.
Don't be problems. 2 hands.
What is it?
2
10
hands.
and 2?
10 and 2. 10 and 2. Not steering with my wrist. None of that stuff. I'm
You're
just
not
like,
on the
hey,
phone.
Yeah, not on the phone because that's illegal too.
Right.
I just can't do that.
Just trying to match
I did get a ticket for that. I got arrested for that also in New Jersey for talking on my phone. Again, like this, like a Sunday morning. I'm like, in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, this is the crime you're stopping right now. Is
You got nailed for that.
and guess what? You couldn't even pay the ticket. You had to go to court. So true story. So I go in that. I go into court. And I thought, all right, Bill Busch, whatever about for.
Oh, you were working there.
I was working.
You were working at Rutgers.
Working at Rutgers. And so I will say this: the place did crack up. So the judge is like, "Do you have anything to say at all like that? You were on your phone, talking on your phone." I go, "I do. If I could explain myself, please." He goes, "Please do." So I said, "Well, I was on the phone. I was talking to a recruit." I go, "Have you seen our team?" I'm like, "We need to get better.
We need some players."
Yeah. I was like, we need some guys. We need some guys. That's what I was doing. He goes, that was hilarious, and that'll be $148. Oh yeah, I still got stuck.
You have some legal issues.
Yeah, I guess it goes deep.
You have some issues. Just don't be late again. I mean, seriously,
Groundhog Day. I can't. I don't know.
Serious
This
talk.
is Groundhog Eve. I might be up late.
Serious talk.
Yeah.
We're not late on this show.
Well, Jake missed a whole hour. And you've been late numerous times.
No, I've not been late.
5 or 6 years ago, I arrived at 6:58 for a 6 a.m. show.
That was trouble. Now tell Bill to hey, Jake, have my back. Bill just said I've been late numerous times. How many times have I been late?
We established, I think you've been late for the start of the show twice.
For in 8
that
years.
doubles me. Still doubles me. That's
in
what
8
it is.
years.
It doubles me, right, Josh? Do the math.
8
It was
years.
like pick the quarter, pick the coach from the Super Bowl. You were so close. You're just like,
Eight.
Yeah, I missed the
That's
coin flip.
8
earlier.
years though.
Missed the coin
It's
flip.
8 shows
That's
for
good.
you.
I got mine out of the way.
Yeah.
I got mine. It was a sting operation.
You
And
did
so
get
that-
it out of the way.
He thinks he was set up.
I was set up. Oh, I was set up.
You can't be late for the show.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was set
I don't
up.
care what the circumstances are. Drive the speed limit.
No, and double birds happen once in a while. You just
Yeah.
gotta put up with them.
People are
At
they're
5:30 in the
bright
morning.
dim and
Tell me to
me
stop.
just
Tell me to stop.
just whizzing by me like that. And it's like, I'm like, where's the police at now? It's the exact same spot. Interesting. That gets back to the theory.
Yep. Well,
Yeah,
the theory's
no,
real.
you know what though? You were speeding. You were going 51 and a 40.
Correct.
That's
And he said
against the
people.
law.
He said people today were going 60 though.
Oh, easy. I'm saying it would just probably 60, 65.
It's against
Yeah.
the law.
Yeah.
51 and a 40.
I agree with that.
Here comes the lights.
I support that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to get better. I have to get better.
Hey,
I
tomorrow's
really
a
do.
new day. Today was a new day. Tomorrow's a new
February
day.
1's a
Groundhog
big
Day.
Now you'll be here. Though.
Oh, hit
Just everyone, please watch Bill Murray Groundhog Day. It's outstanding.
tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow, yeah.
It's
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the day.
Tomorrow.
And they'll play it on a loop on one of the TBS
Probably
USA
TBS.
network.
Yeah, one of those two. Yeah, and you'll watch one of those, if not a couple.
I'll never
times.
probably get the whole thing in one sitting. I'll catch sections of it because it's always like, but no matter, I'll watch the last scene, the last 15 minutes. I could watch that 20 times in
Okay,
a day.
I'll try to earmark that.
Tommy says in the text line that Sip set up the sting because he wanted to have something on you, Coach.
Thank you, Tommy. Oh, there's no doubt about
didn't
that.
say
This
Tommy.
thing's going to go deep. This is going to
Oh,
go deep.
really?
This conspiracy theory is going deep. Especially
Really?
today when
Sip said
I
that.
drove by with no one there and everyone going 60. I'm like, okay, it got real.
I'm
It
not
got real
smart enough
fast.
to set up a sting operation. On
Yeah.
anything.
That is true.
I wouldn't be smart enough either. You can't be me. There's no way. All right, let's play the game. So give us a call right now at 464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels. 2 Bagels and Joe. You guys are 1-1. You got smoked yesterday by the caller. You get lost 3-0.
Joe Flacco.
Yeah, Flacco. That was unreal.
not good. That was not good yesterday.
And you spit it out so fast. I was like, I tried to put the hand up and it didn't. No,
Nope, that'd be
Like, he
Trent
leaned
Dilfer.
forward like Flacco.
That'd be Trent Dilfer. So he's not been in the league for 23 years,
Yeah.
like Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Today is a wild card Wednesday. So how about some monetary faces on money? I will tell you the coin or the bill. You tell me
Haven't done
who's
this in a
on.
while,
Yeah,
man.
it's been a long time. So if you can remember what the answers are, Sip, you might have a chance here. 464
Oh, this is bad for me.
5685. Shut Up Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Up, Sipple!" Sorry, I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Dick Down Sip. And Coach Busch and Trivia, how do you feel today about monetary faces?
Not good.
Not
You
great.
don't look at your
Not
money.
great.
You just like, I just
Well, who does now?
Yeah.
Who carries money? I mean, aren't you just using your card almost exclusively
a
now?
lot of card, hardly ever coins is the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You still probably have some dollar bills, some capacity in your wallet.
I
but
just
coins,
keep 100.
I always carry cash. Always carry cash.
You got coins anywhere in the car though? Do you ever?
No,
use
not
coins?
really. I mean, no.
All right, let's just try this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try it.
We've got Kyle. Kyle, how do you feel about monetary faces today?
Usually wild card Wednesday be bad, fellas. I'm not about this.
Okay, Kyle.
All right.
How are you doing otherwise? Everything going good?
I'm doing good. Hey, real quick, I just want to say, Coach Busch, I had the honor and privilege to play football for your dad back in the day.
Oh, where was that at, Kyle?
Whoa.
What's that?
What town were you in at that time?
That was in Plainview.
In Plainview. Oh, that's awesome, Kyle. That was one of his. I mean, he had a lot of stops, but that run you guys went on there in Plainview, and he loved coaching there. Loved. Obviously,
It was a good time.
Still lives there
What's
in
your dad's name?
Creighton like that. Ron Busch.
Ron Busch.
Yeah, he
Ron.
coached until mid to late 70s, like that. Kind of continued on like that. So he had a long career like that. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome,
Ron
Kyle.
Busch.
All
Ron
right.
Busch.
All right, Kyle. First question goes to you. Coach is a lifeline for SIP for one question as always. Kyle, whose face is on the 10-cent dime?
Oh, goodness.
Got it. I know it. So there's pressure, Kyle.
Yeah, like I said, this is terrible, guys.
You got pressure.
Yep. I don't know this. Let's go with Jackson.
Nope. Now here's the deal. I don't know a lot of these, but I know this one. Eisenhower.
Why would you even say that?
Eisenhower.
No.
Awesome. Well, you're still in it, Kyle.
Would you have had this one, Coach?
Absolutely not.
Franklin D. Roosevelt was the answer.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Would not have.
Pull out a dime.
I don't have one.
Okay, 0 to -1.
Okay, we're down.
Yeah.
Okay, this is to tie it back
You know
up.
we're negative now.
Yeah, you've lost. You went down. All right, Sip. Whose face is on the $10 bill?
Yeah. Do you know this, Bill? Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton. I'm going to give you that
All
one.
right, thank you.
Because you realize
You
you're
have
wrong.
to give him that
Yeah,
one.
I
Yeah.
did.
All right.
Nice job.
Fist pound.
If you had kept saying names, I would probably have said no.
Hamilton.
You
Yeah.
went to Hamilton. I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
0-0 tie.
All right, we're back in.
All right.
Back in.
Okay. For the lead, Kyle, whose face is on the $20 bill?
Okay, I think I know this one. Oops.
Don't pull it out of your wallet.
Sorry, that one is Jackson, isn't it?
No, Andrew Jackson is
Yes.
correct. The $20 bill. You would have had that one.
That would I would have. I felt pretty good about that one.
Okay, 1-0 lead for Kyle.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta get
Use
this.
Bill here.
Yeah,
Still
we gotta get this.
Okay, for the tie, whose face is on the $50 bill? You can confer here.
That's a dollar bill. You just don't see much. Hundreds you see a lot. 50 you don't see much.
I can see the guy in my head.
It doesn't help. I need a name.
Bearded.
I think like 9 out of 10 are bearded. I think.
Kind of a bigger face,
Shave a
though.
lot back
Bigger
in the day,
face.
yeah.
Big face, hard to walk into
Like
the wind.
big bushy beards back then.
Bill.
No, I'm no good to you.
50.
I need a name. You got 5 seconds here. Can't delay forever. This is to tie it up. Go to the tiebreaker.
I don't have any.
Who's on the $50 bill?
Just
5
name a
seconds.
president.
No, I'm not doing it.
He's not. He's one. This is on you. 5, 4, 3.
Have we said Jackson?
Yes.
2. Abe Lincoln.
Jesus.
I don't.
No, it's not Abe Lincoln. It's Ulysses S. Grant.
Oh,
Ulysses S. Grant.
I should have known that.
Yeah, that. Yeah, hey Kyle, my dad, he's the real Coach Busch.
Ron Busch.
He's the real Coach Busch.
Doesn't speed, obeys the law.
That's the speed.
Yeah, Ron Busch
But
obeys the law.
He's the real Coach Busch. Absolutely.
Well,
He was great. So, love the show. It's been fun listening to you, Coach Busch. Good luck with whatever you do down the road.
Awesome. Thanks, Kyle.
Thank you, Kyle. Good work this morning. Nice win. Nice win. Rough go. for
Yeah,
you
it's a
guys.
terrible guess. Ulysses S. Grant.
Yep. Who wants the tiebreaker here?
I'll go ahead and set the number.
You will?
Yeah. I
Okay,
will.
you go over under his number.
I can set it.
All right.
I can set it.
All right. For how many years has Ulysses S. Grant been on the $50 bill?
Ooh, that's an interesting question. I'll say 27.
Over.
27.
How about 110 years?
Yeah. That'd be. Somebody give me a layup. That was a layup.
Try not to laugh.
Like it happened.
Well, I mean, the reason you want to
Back in the 80s, we changed it.
That would have been in the 90s.
you want to ask me why? You want to ask me why I said that?
Why?
Because if you're asking the question, I thought it must be somewhat of a
No,
development.
I can do some research here, you know. Just a question.
No, I just figured you asked me because it must be some kind of
you thought I was trying to
strange
trick you.
answer.
I was trying to trick you.
Yeah.
Like, over it. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about 1913? 110 years.
Well, all right, guys, you're really smart.
Yeah. Back in 94.
I think I proved I'm not that.
Hey, back in 95, they changed the $50 bill to Ulysses S. Grant. That's what we learned today. Back in 95.
Stop.
Say, well, congrats to Kyle. He
Yeah,
wins bagels. You guys win nothing.
That was embarrassing. Sometimes it's embarrassing. And you didn't help much. You wouldn't even.
I didn't help.
venture.
I did, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here for
what?
Shut up, Sipple. What's the name of the game?
Yeah, Shut Up, Sipple.
Yeah, so it's not Shut Up, Bill. So it's Shut Up, Sipple.
Should be.
So why not? And they're laughing his own. Look at him just slaying himself.
Hey, I laughed. That was pretty funny.
Well, yeah, but you can laugh. It's not your joke. That's the whole idea.
Yeah,
That's the whole idea. When you say something,
laugh
you
at the
don't laugh
joke.
at your own stuff. That's the whole concept.
I can't help it.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I'm just.
That's super funny.
God.
Well, all right. Well, that was fun. Congrats to Kyle, and thanks for the shout out to Bill's dad there. Former played for your dad, Ron Busch.
Yes, I played for my dad too.
Greg, we call it cash. Coach Busch calls it bail money. Good one, Greg.
That's good, Greg. I like that. Yeah, it's a sting operation. I got set up with it. Set up by Sipple.
I'm going to start dissing.
There's a computer chip in my car somewhere.
He's not smart enough to handle.
Yeah,
sting
that's what it's.
outbreak.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
I got to distance myself from Bush. Damn fugitive. We'll talk about whether he should be in here or not.
Where were the police at when people were driving 70 miles an hour down 84 today?
More next. Early break in the ticket.
This is Sam Greasel from the Nebraska men's basketball team. I'm here to tell you about my favorite men's store in Nebraska. That's Gary Michaels Clothiers in Lincoln. When I went off to college, I purchased from them another media day. Their fashion sense, clothing is upheld. Simply said, Gary Michaels Clothiers, located in Village Gardens, 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
Let me share something to make life just a little easier. It's just one word, Bryant. If we need service on our furnace or AC, we call Bryant. Same thing goes for an electrical issue. If I have a problem with my faucet, a toilet, a drain, or a water heater, I don't need to know how to fix something. I just need to know who to call. And at our house, it's Bryant.
Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. Just one call. 467-1111. Remember, we do whatever it takes.
Your home should not be a zoo to unwelcomed animals. Let the experts at Bats to Rats take care of those problems. Dane has been a leader in wildlife and pest management and prevention in Lincoln and the surrounding area for 15 years. He can help you get rid of bats, rodents, and anything else. Whether it's residential or commercial buildings, schools, apartments, or churches, they're always a phone call away. Call today at 402-310-0904 or visit batssrats.com. Bats to Rats Wildlife Control and Prevention.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. It's soul food right here in Lincoln. Ribs, wings, catfish, coleslaw, cornbread, grits. I mean, I'd say it's food like your grandma used to make, but my grandma never made food like that. If you haven't already, you've got to give it a try. Check out their location across from South Point at 27th and Pine Lake, or find their food truck at events all over town, or visit them online at maryellens.com to see the full menu. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Let them fix you a plate.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. People first is more than a nice sentiment. At American Senior Benefits, it's the mission. If you're ready for where you can truly put your customers' needs ahead of everything else, this is for you. American Senior Benefits is one of the leading senior market insurance product distributors in the country, and they're looking for high-energy applicants with strong communication skills. Enjoy on-job training, a fun work environment, and unlimited income potential. Visit ASBMidwest.com to learn more. American Senior Benefits.
Come see the state's largest display of John Deere equipment at Acres Ag and Turf Expo. Acres Ag professionals and suppliers will be on hand to discuss techniques from tillage and planting to application and harvest. Also, don't miss the full lineup of John Deere mowers and compact tractors. Join us at Grand Island Fauner Park, February 21st and 22nd, or the Lincoln Lancaster Event Center, March 8th and 9th. Go to acres.com to request your free tickets today.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Copple Chevrolet GMC, wanting to say Happy New Year and thank you to all of you for your continued support. We have just closed out another outstanding year, and we want to start 2023 off with a bang. The new GMC and Chevrolet inventory continues to roll in, and I'll actually be picking up my 2023 GMC later this month. So with interest rates continuing to climb, Copple is partnering with General Motors and now offering 2.9% APR on select models. So we invite you to the dealership. Check us out online at copplecars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit. Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket. Every Saturday morning now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, it's time for the spillover. Chris Raff in the building with us, and he is a happy man because Sean Payton is the new head coach of the Broncos. But like you said, Raff, when he walked in here, how dare Tom Brady just bury the good news?
Steals my
of
thunder.
Sean
He
Payton
did.
going to
Stole my thunder.
Denver. Tom Brady retires is the news.
Do you think he stole? Like, is that stealing the thunder in the city of Denver? Is Denver's? Oh no,
I think they're still fired up. However, you guys were talking about Groundhog Day.
Okay.
Kind of a conspiracy theorist. Tom Brady announced his retirement last year on the very same day. So is he really retired? Is he? I mean,
so we were wrong. It was not right before the Super Bowl last year. Then it was several days before it.
So
February 1st, both years.
okay. I do think there was that narrative though that he was stealing thunder from.
There was a narrative. That was a narrative. Yes, absolutely. But this
might be why he did it the way he did.
What do you mean? He's doing it the same thing. He's doing it the same way.
time, but he did a full,
well, remember the Super Bowl?
He did a full press
Oh.
conference. What I'm saying.
The Super Bowl changes every year too. So last year there was only a week between, and then this year
I
there's 2
think
weeks.
that's I double checked that. I think that's 100% inaccurate.
On the week in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
he's getting.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks for like forever.
It's
I don't.
been-
think
No, it flip flops.
Yeah.
No.
No. Check that. I'm going to
Yeah,
go on record
let's
on
look
this
into
one.
that. Let's look into
Look
that.
into that one.
Well,
check out like that.
Josh.
It was the last game.
What- Yeah, Josh, was there
That-
a week
Raff's
between
right
the
on
Super Bowl
this.
last
Yeah,
year?
because some
It
years they
flips.
play the Pro Bowl after, and then some years they play the Pro Bowl.
Raff's
check-
right
hey,
on this. It's
we'll
recent.
have
I remember.
Josh do it
I
for
can remember a
confirmation.
time when it was. I remember that was. It has happened. I don't believe that happened last year. I don't believe that.
I don't
because
recall.
right now anymore they want that 2 week buildup for all the There's just tons of stuff going on.
I remember 2 weeks in between.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
1 week off.
they've
and
done
that-
2 weeks.
That's typically what it is.
Now, Raph made a really bold statement. He said it switches every other year.
Every other
2
year.
to 1. I'd like to go cash on that one. I would like to.
I'm with you on that one.
I like to go cash on that one.
Josh-
It could be wrong. But
If we're wrong, it's
we're-
great.
yeah, it is.
I'm right with you on that one. I think it's always in between.
Oh, wait a second. I got Intel on my phone.
Intel. We're going Intel.
You got Intel?
2 weeks for 15 to 20 years. Busch correct.
No, that's
But
not.
I'll
that's-
talk to you guys later.
that-
Yeah.
Who's that from?
I'm not saying.
Yeah, that's not true because
I believe it
It's
is.
from Keith, and he knows
Raph,
a
you
lot.
better do some research.
Yeah,
on this.
I'm gonna say
If it's a Keith that I think you're telling me, then it's
No.
then it's act then. Yeah. Does anyone want to wager? Anyone want to go? Wager?
I will wager that within the last 15 to 20 years there has been a Super Bowl within a week of the divisions.
Was it because of COVID?
No,
It might have been in the last 20s, but I'm telling you, I'm saying last 15 has been 2 weeks.
No,
Clearly not an
I will.
NFL market.
I'm going to disagree on that one.
Wow. All right. Well,
I'll
I'm with
disagree
you.
with that.
Okay.
Clearly not an NFL market here. We don't know this.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, there's been big news the last 2 days of Sean Payton to the Broncos, D'Amico Ryan to the Texans, and now today Tom Brady retiring from the NFL. You believe this is for sure? We got the video because the last time he had the
Yeah,
press
I do
conference,
believe
had the
it.
long statement.
I would believe
he came
it.
back.
I believe
we're
it.
all riding with he's done,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He wasn't very
Yeah.
good this year. It's obvious he's 46 in this show.
I'm jumping on the other side. I'm not fully convinced.
Really?
Well, I was like doing a little study and just kind of curious about the 49ers because he always went for the 49ers. That's where he grew up at. He watched the catch to Dwight Clark. Him and his dad were up in the stands there. The 49ers only have $9 million in cap money spent out on 2 quarterbacks right now. So if the 49ers came up to Tom Brady and said, hey, would you want to play, another year with us? I think there's that chance. Then I also think too,
That's a good
that
point.
I want to watch what his training regimen was. Like last time, I kind of was like, he said he retired, but he's still working out and stuff like that. Would it be something that maybe midway through the year next year, so a team comes up to him and says, hey, we need to make a playoff push. We need a quarterback. If he's continually working out. So I told AD on the drive here that I'm looking forward to, if he does not play all of next year, then yeah, he's truly retired, but I'm not closing that door quite yet.
I get you. Now, here's the thing about those guys. They do this, a lot of athletes, not just football players, a lot of athletes do this where they retire. And then they settle into a life that's comparatively ordinary and they get the itch again. Yeah. You're not going to get the high anywhere else in this world that he got on Sundays. Yeah. So, and then he'll that'll hit him.
But it's gonna feel real good when he gets that first yearly paycheck from Fox, though.
Yeah, that's
$37.5 million a year.
But that won't be. He won't experience the same high.
So much
not at all.
money. Like I said, this is a bad Greg Olson. Greg Olson has done a good job this year. He's been a great analyst with Kevin Burkhardt as the number one team.
Pretty good.
Fox with Joe Buck and Troy Aikman going to ESPN.
Pretty good.
And people thought, oh, Greg Olson is going to be that good. He has been good. He's had great stories. He's been insightful. He's been very on top of things. And he'll still be broadcasting in some capacity. But again, Tom Brady's a huge name. There's no guarantee he's a phenomenal analyst. So that's not just a given that you're awesome at that job.
The key will be for him, obviously, when you're with whatever game, if he's always getting a premier game, it's tough to do a game that's not a premier game, that's pre-aligned, and you're like, oh man, look at this. This is not
Panthers Browns.
Place is half full and whatever. Right. It's just not. But when you're doing the real game like that, I think that's where Monday Night Football is so rough. Like
okay,
that.
We have a long answer. Okay.
We're going back to the Pro Bowl.
Holy cow.
Okay. 2-week break between AFC, NFC title games and Super Bowl since Super Bowl one.
I'm going to disagree.
he just did the research, Raph.
It's not really an opinion. It's either fact.
Raph, he did the research here,
I know.
man.
I understand.
The best part was Raph went last year. He went last year.
Hey, look up 2022. Yeah. The 2022 Super Bowl.
So we established that it's always been 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
I do believe with Raph.
God, I was with you, Raph.
There's been a 1 week I believe in there, but anyway,
there has been some 1 weeks.
It's just one time. But anyway,
there has been because I'm going.
But now you're going back like they just got to say you lost this one, Raph. This is
I'm not going.
You have to research here.
Hang on.
No, he's going to give us one time. He's going to give us one time it's happened. That's not several. That's one. I think we agree that maybe it's happened once.
No. Hey,
more than once.
I got it, Josh. Don't worry.
Wow, here we go.
Keith weighs in. The NFL has held the Super Bowl 1 week after the conference championship games 7 times. The last time. Hold on, Raph. Hold on. The last time was on January 26th of 2003. When John Gruden.
So it's been 20 years. So
20 years,
you
Raph.
lose. You lose, Ralph.
Take your victory lap here.
Yeah, exactly.
When John Gruden's Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Oakland Raiders in San Diego. We all remember that.
Yeah, so 20 years.
20 years.
Gosh, I feel like.
And you did say he retired last year because the Super Bowl was only 1 week. You went.
Oh boy.
I was wrong on that.
Spicy in here.
I just didn't know it was 2.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I feel like it was sooner than that.
Again, this is why.
Talk. It's just coffee talk.
It's coffee talk.
Tina Wiener.
Tina Wiener.
Hand to God. Hand to God. I thought it was.
All right. God bless you.
Nice. How about Josh back there?
Josh
Worked
is doing
very
really-
diligent. He had a lot of.
Josh.
We had a lot of.
We made it.
He was
we
he had
a
both
project.
boards scribbling.
Yeah, he had several boards going.
I want to ask Raph a simple question. Why are you excited about Sean Payton?
He was my choice from the get-go. I like
Why?
I like it the way he runs his offense.
Okay.
Can he fix Russ?
And I think that he is the one person that is going to fix Russ. He's the one to do it just because I like D'Amico Ryans. I think it was a home run hire for the Texans.
Really?
But for what the Broncos need, I'm not sure if D'Amico Ryans could come in and command that respect from Russ being 36 and Russ being 34, never being a head coach. He can come in and be like, hey, been there, done that. I've worked with Drew Brees. So I think, and he comes from the Bill Parcells lineage of coaches that are not huge on the quarterbacks being what Russell Wilson was out there last year. There was way too much entourage and stuff going on. He needs to maybe put some of that on the side in the offseason and be a quarterback football player during the season. Like if you, whatever you want to do in the offseason, go nuts, do your thing, get your workouts in, of course. But like just the whole, like having his whole entourage, like going to away games with him and
coming to practice.
Yeah. That's
coming to practice.
That's not conducive. You want that team. You want the gel. Your best teams are the ones that gel, and if they're not hanging out with each other and stuff like that off the field, it probably won't be that successful on the field.
What you laughing at?
Nothing. I still think about the entourage going to games with him. It's just
in practice.
It's hilarious.
But
the man has an entourage at practice.
But the players, as Raph knows, came to the defense of Russ late in the season that said, no, Russ is fine. Jerry Jeudy, impassioned speech, basically a speech, just saying, no, Russ is a great teammate. Great teammate.
Maybe you paid him off to say that.
No. Jerry Jeudy.
He wants to win. I feel that the Russell Wilson, when you get down to the inside, peel him open like an onion, he wants to win more than anyone. I think sometimes you kind of get lost though, and just how famous you think you are. And I think last year was one of those, but you come to Denver and everybody's, telling you you're the greatest thing ever. You get lost in that a little bit.
Is this an example, Bill, where head coach more important than quarterback?
Could be. It'd be pretty important.
Yeah. This could be one where you pick Peyton. You pick if you
but
can pick. Do you pick Russ or do you pick Peyton to lead that franchise?
For all the jobs that were open right now, I would imagine that Peyton probably could have taken any of them. It'd be a hard time to say he wouldn't be like, oh no, we don't want him. I'd be available for all of them.
You want Sean Payton?
Why did Peyton want to go to Denver?
Why?
Quarterback, because he's got an established Super Bowl winning quarterback that's done a lot of good things like that. That's one of the reasons like that. That's a big difference in what the Houston Texans have. Their quarterback, they're going to draft him. The guy that's going to be going to the Texans.
What else was open?
And so,
well, the Panthers closed. Frank Reich got hired there. The former
Cardinals right?
Cardinals is still
open.
The Panthers quarterback is
Sam Darnold for now.
Yeah, trouble.
We'll see. They might draft a guy there. Obviously,
trouble.
Cardinals is still open, and I think
the best
and the Colts is still open. They're looking at Jeff Saturday still, but that's not official yet.
Colts quarterback.
No, they
Yeah.
don't have one.
Yeah.
So
Matt Ryan.
that's why. Trust me, there's a connection there because it's like, okay, we're going to go someplace. I'm a really good coach. Yeah, we don't need good players. I'll figure it out. No,
But
you don't.
saw you didn't see Russ this year because you were
No, he didn't play that well. I agree with that. That's why I asked
He
what
had
his
a
age was. I was like, how
34.
much?
He's 34.
Yeah.
So D'Amico Ryans is 36.
Yeah.
I don't know why they were messing with D'Amico Ryans. You needed an offensive coach and you needed
Well,
an established offensive
I
coach.
wanted a head coach that had been a head coach before.
Yeah,
I just Denver had struck
Did
out
one-
the last couple with going with guys that had never been head coaches
Right.
before.
That's
so-
why I was really surprised they were messing around with D'Amico Ryans. Not that he's a bad coach.
Oh, he's a great coach.
But not what you need in Denver.
It's going to be interesting to see what he does in Houston because a lot of people had Curtis Stroud. Yeah, Curtis Stroud. Is that his first name? Curtis. Why am I? Yeah, Curtis Stroud.
Oh.
Being the number 2 pick or
CJ
whatever.
Stroud.
CJ. I always call him Curtis.
Maybe his first name is Curtis.
Yeah, probably not. But
CJ Stroud.
So yeah,
Stroud
CJ
Jr.?
Stroud. A lot of people had projected CJ Stroud number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now will this change things? Will Bryce Young possibly move up to number 2 just because of that Alabama lineage? And
Or will you take a defender? We take Will Anderson.
Nah, they'll go quarterback. They need quarterback.
Okay. They got to go quarterback.
Yeah.
Yep.
He mentioned Bill Parcells for the listeners out there. Listen to Bill Parcells' Hall of Fame induction speech. It's one of the best. Outstanding.
Bill
Google
Parcells?
it.
Oh,
Bill,
look it up.
Bill Parcells.
That's your
induction
homework
speech.
today,
That's your
listeners.
homework today,
Well,
listeners.
I thought TBS was my homework.
That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow's
tomorrow.
Groundhog Day. You watch that.
Tomorrow's
You
Groundhog
can't
Day.
watch that.
Oh, they
today.
don't show it today.
No, they show it tomorrow.
No.
Tomorrow. they show
Today is Groundhog Eve, which is another big day, but not as big as Thanksgiving Eve, which we've covered.
As we established.
Yeah.
Coach
February
Bush's
one.
favorite
Yeah,
holidays in
exactly.
order: Thanksgiving Eve, number 1. Number 2 is Easter, and then number 3 is Groundhog Day.
Yes.
favorite holiday.
This is February 1, everybody.
Start.
So
start
TBS is probably going to stop playing Christmas Story today and then
Yeah. Then they go back.
Groundhog Day tomorrow.
Tomorrow, which would be also
Marathons forever.
fragile.
All right, that's it for us. The Drive is next with AD and Raph for Bill Busch and Steve Sipple. I'm Jake Sorensen. See you.
Thank you, Jake.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour